on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track. For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Welcome. Once again, it's time. Yeah. It's King Isaiah, I'm demanding respect. I see everybody ballin' till it's time to connect. I see everybody killers till you hand them a tech. Or cops, read them they rights, nightsticks to they neck. Too many chasing the check instead of checking priorities. Flexing heavy on the ground, but you still a minority. Fucking whips, your chains, or anything that came after. Misleading black people, you a fucking slave master. This is Genesis, I'm flipping the page backwards. Listen to intuition, we ain't got the same pastors. Me, I follow no man, I can't be programmed. This soul food set the mood like a fucking slow jam. It's time to eat up. I'm 10 toes down, who gon' defeat us? I'm living gold, Aboriginal, check my features. Who gon' speak up? I turn up and blow speakers. My own teacher, I grew up with no leaders. Can't trust people, cause they ain't telling the whole truth. Get directions to heaven, but you live in the hell too. That's how I feel, keeping it real. Love it or hate it, either way they trying to crucify me like the savior. Put thorns in my crown, they knowing that I'm a king. We been crossed too many times, whipped and hung from trees. I am my ancestors from the past that done bled, and now we here resurrected. Bitch, I'm back from the dead, immortal. They can't kill me, I'm forever on the rise. They despise my genetics, it's something special about my kind. A descendant of the ones in the tombs. Brown babies coming from wombs, in tune with the sun and the moon, you feel me? If it ain't clear, it's time to switch optics. Cause ignorance got us moving in fear, and that bring them big profits. But I'm a prophet, so I kick knowledge. Cause the shit that you hearing on the radio got us misguided. They got our goddesses hating they real bodies, and the gods getting high off lean and pill popping. Bodies are still dropping. Is you paying attention? I guess not. You still paying to listen. I move different in my true image. Just too many projecting hate. Who gon' lift the whole world up and tell them they great? Who gon' tell everybody getting money, but who's spreading the bait? So we can buy back the block, start to better this place. Cause our skin tones is dark, it's divine mastery. The hair grown from my dome defies gravity, yeah. The real rulers of earth rebirth humanity. Facts. The queen's high supreme, call her your majesty. Facts. You better batter me, listen, don't be a casualty. Fuck a colonizer, we guardians of the galaxy. They super late. Bitch, I move truth, fuck moving weight. Earth is our true estate that let our lights illuminate and prosper. I promise I'm passionate with my power. I'm writing all my wrongs and balancing every chakra. Who gon' stop? I'm a daddy try. The reason you so scared to fly is cause you scared to die. But I exist on dimensions beyond this plane. You thinking it's all a game. When you open up your eyes, your energy start to change. We still traumatized and healing from all the pain. It's good versus evil, our enemies all the same. So I'm 10 toes down with my feet in the dirt. And when I leave Earth, you still hear me speaking this verse. This music is all my scriptures I've been keeping since birth. When I spoke them into existence, I was seeing my worth. My purpose is my perspective. I'm serving a higher message. A piece of the Most High is written in my genetics. I speak for my soul tribe. We shed a divine essence, releasing the soul ties to whatever we find negative light. Instead of bashing our women, we heal with them. Instead of running from problems, we deal with them. And instead of killing our brothers, we build with them. So, fuck the illusions, we seeing the real picture, we here. It's more spiritual than physical, nigga. If you ain't trying to bring change, you invincible, nigga, for real. My message lives, it's invincible, nigga. And fuck being rich if you ain't got no principles, nigga. Prayer.
Hey, let me say something real quick. All these years we've been calling each other niggas and they think we tripping. Have our own kind looking at us with resentment, but listen. You see, we not slaves, but we are the descendants. But this is a new age, so it's time to transition. Nigga means noble individual, grace and godly ambition. Cause we always make gold out of the labels that they give us. Cause this is our land, we were the first that ever existed. So respect your temple, honor your pigment. From the motherland to the other lands, we are
indigenous.
You should come and match this greatness. Wake up and I'm saying affirmations. Staring at nature with infatuation. This feeling's amazing.
Life is short, so while you living, embrace it. Shoot for the stars, stop living in basic. Cause time is expensive like Audemars. Some people done lost it all. You can have it all today, but you can lose it all tomorrow, for real. That's why I'm intelligent when I think. Every breath and every blink, forever I'm giving thanks, yeah. It keep me grounded, so I'm staying in nature. Why do we thank the creator, but don't thank the creation? Go to church where we pray to a savior, but yet it's simple. That building's man-made, the earth is the real temple. Feel it breeze, see the trees, fruits growing with ease. I can't get hit like Bruce Lee and learn to be like the sea. I wanna fly like the birds, the way they living is free. Everything that I observe, I just see it as me in a different form. So every chance I get, I spread love. If you hearing my voice, please keep your head up. People will criticize and try to knock what you've been through, but don't you ever let it stop. Your potential is all within you. Never surrender, tap into the love inside. Because some people never find it, others never try. Some people wanna live forever, others wanna die. Because they think the grass is greener on the other side. But you gotta water it here first, so conquer your fears first. And let the pain go by healing wounds that still hurt. The biggest keys to live is to grow and forgive. Stop speaking your true thoughts and let them know how you feel. If you wanna be happy, start embracing the sadness. You gotta build a strong mind so you can break through the madness. Look around at the world, they all playing it backwards. If you want your dreams to happen, don't chase them or trap them, we taking action. My actions here to live in alignment. We experience life knowing that we here to design it. We was born to have freedom, not to live in confinement. If you ain't got it, well, I'm here to remind you. It's time to get up and find it. It's about that time, y'all. It's time to heal, time to change, time to elevate. You know, if you hear my voice right now, I'm right here with you. Through all the pain, through all the challenges. You know what I mean? We gotta keep going, we gotta stay motivated. You understand? Cause life is a journey. We gotta treat it as such. Don't get weighed down by all the negatives. Stay focused on the positive, you feel me? Love everything, love everybody. Love the earth. Embrace the earth, nurture the earth. Go outside, sun gaze. Take your shoes off, you know what I mean? Put your feet directly in the soil. Feel the earth. Absorb what it's here to give you, which is love. So it's only right we love it back. King Isaiah. Jams. Grind.
So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God of Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let they slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids, but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
Salute. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. This is your brother Aboriginal Power. Y'all already know the vibes, family. Happy motherfucking wake and bake. Y'all already know how we coming, gang. Make sure y'all thumb up that video and support the chiz out. You feel me? It's the one and only Lord Bapaton. Lord Bapaton is in the building. All right, I need y'all to smack that like button, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, support the channel, and hit that like button. Let's put us in the algorithm right quick. Let's put us in the algorithm. You know what I mean? I woke up like this. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ready to get right into this heat? Drop a fire emoji in the chat. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
So they were mating the Africans with the Aboriginal woman that was already over here that they had enslaved. So they were mating the Africans. That's when they started classifying us as African, because they was mating us with an African, but it was small, minute African they was bringing over here. So we have a claim to this land through our mother.
You ready, Dr. Reggie?
So that's
you
the
made
reason
that.
why
You made that up. Hold on for a minute.
We have a claim to the United States through our mother side. So that's where the disconnect coming at. And every time y'all try to interfere with us trying to claim our land, that's what we get into with the Africans and all of y'all trying to tell us who we is. When we trying to tell y'all who we are.
All you doing is creating another big hole for yourself, because that's another dig that y'all have put out there, another movement you put out there with Islam, Christianity. Now you got FBA, all of this crazy.
First of all, you can't put us with a religion movement. We don't have an ideology. There is no leader. There is no origin to our fucking lineage, bro. You can't put a lineage and heritage as a movement. We have no book. We have no ideology. What is the Aboriginal or FBA or the indigenous ideology? There is none. These guys just started just making up shit at this point.
Crazy stuff, man. Throw all of that garbage in the goddamn dumpster and come together as a common goal. We all have a common enemy, and that's why we're not getting nothing done. But over here in New York, and I'm quite sure in other.
Man, we don't have no common enemy. The common enemy is the foreigner. And so you guys kiss ass and often promote foreign aid. Y'all be wanting these immigrants to come over here. We don't want them to come over here. So which one of you guys is off code? Which one of you guys is going against the grain? Pan-Africanism has never been on code with the majority of the free Negroes in Maine society.
Together as a common goal. We all have a common enemy, and that's why we're not getting nothing done. But over here in New York, and I'm quite sure in other cities, you can go to the Dominican territory and watch how they run in business over there. Over here in New York, you can go uptown on Broadway from 150th and walk all the way uptown, and you'll see that all of that is Dominican territory, and they running businesses, man.
Yeah, but the point of the FBA is the point of the FBA is that we're taking claim of the planet. That's the point of us being a goal.
Man, come on, you got to.
Oh, so this brother claiming to be FBA, but he's standing on Aboriginal indigenous lineage. We like to see that. So we're going to get into this whole Reggie conversation, family. Bear with me. I don't want you guys moving around too goddamn fast, because we got a lot to get into, and I don't want you guys to go nowhere right just this sec. So before we get into the rest of this live stream, family, I do want to shout out some of the family that took their time out to come rock with me this Grand Rising. So let me shout out some of the family that's in the chat. Shout out to Arising Aborigine, Luera Grassroots, Chris Connors. Shout out to brother Terry Seabrooks. We got Telephone Records, Demi the God. We got Dark Matter, aka my brother Tamat. We got Naturally Aboriginal in the building. And salute to everybody else that's not able to comment in the comment section right now. Peace and blessings to you guys as y'all move around. Happy holidays. Hopefully y'all go eat good with the family and all that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're moving around, be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, family, and most importantly, stay dangerous. All right. Also, family, share this live stream, hit the like button. I can't even stress to you guys how important it is for you guys to immediately hit the like button and for you guys to hurry up and share the live stream. Also, family, if you really enjoy this content, support the Cash App donations, man. This channel is not monetized, so support the channel that supports the movement. Let's get into some more of these conversations. We want to kind of cook a little bit right quick, so we're gonna get into it. So if y'all ready to rock it out, I need y'all to flood the chat out with some fire emojis, some copper grizzly emojis. Y'all already know the vibes. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Ran after foundational Black Americans in the civil rights era put in that work. A lot of y'all ran to Africa. We gonna talk about that? Are we gonna talk about how Marcus Garvey was meeting up with the Triple K? We gonna talk about how Dr. Hendrik Clark met Marcus Garvey and he said he was one of the worst people that he ever came across after he held him in high regard? Or are we gonna talk about how Marcus Garvey never even made it over there to Africa? Are we gonna talk about how Marcus Garvey got ran the hell out of Jamaica? Are we going to talk about how Marcus Garvey had to come over here to get it popping and we sent that elsewhere? You're living in a delusion. We living in reality. And my reality is upsetting your fantasy the same way I remind you of all your failures. I told y'all we cooking today and we just getting started. Fam, look at this right here. This is James Small. Oh, we got all the.
And shout out to the homie Black Alpha, man, because he really do be cooking, man. When it comes to this perspective, I like his base, and he really stands on business in real time, boots on the ground type shit. So shout out to Black Alpha. If y'all not familiar with his channel, which I know they'd be listening to me and other Aboriginals in the community, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother Black Alpha. I'm gonna leave the link to this live stream in the description box, family, so you guys can go click and show some love. Let them know the big Aboriginal power sent you guys over there. All right.
Secrets today. All of the Pan-African dirt, we're going to put all that dirty diaspora out here in the street. It's all in the street. Everybody going to see it today. Because one thing I've said before, and I stand on it. If you got smoke with foundational Black Americans, you better get ready because we're going to light this damn thing up and watch it. Look at this, y'all. This is Professor James Smalls. He wants you to go to Africa so you can fund his lounge. The man ain't even got a hotel or a motel. He ain't even got a Holiday Inn. They got Holiday Swim because they swimming every damn lake, ocean, river they can possibly find to get the hell away from Africa. And you want us to go over there. Watch him, family. And then I want you to look up here in the top that these organizations I'm talking about have all been connected to who? To the United Nations and to the United States government. Who gave you the bag, James? Let's go.
I'm Professor James Small. I'm the CEO of the African American Management Company, Ghana Limited. We are the owners of the Sana Lodge Hotel in Cape Coast. I'm also CEO of African Heritage Cultural Tours, who've been bringing tours to Ghana for 40 years. And we have brought many investors to Ghana. We think, my corporations and I think, Ghana is the best investment deal in Africa, right now and for the future. Ghana is burgeoning and growing. It's building an infrastructure to support the kind of business and on-the-ground new entrepreneurial development that one would want. So please, look to Ghana for investment. Look to.
How many of y'all gonna take up on the offer? Since we got a bunch of foundationals in the house tonight, how many of y'all is going to take up on the offer? Y'all going to Ghana? You going to invest in Ghana? I want to know. I seriously want to know. How many of y'all want to go to Ghana and spend these?
Man, ain't nobody going to Ghana and spending a bitch ass thing. We're not about to spend 1 red cent, not 1 copper penny on a damn piece of Ghana trash. They're not even spending their money in Ghana. They're literally fleeing in large and alarming numbers out of their homelands. Why the would I invest into somebody else's homeland when they're not even invested into their homeland? You got to be freaking kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, God, awful prices to go hang out with Scam Africanism. And notice, y'all, he said we, I mean me. Which one is it, James? Is it you or your handler? Because remember, your ideology has consistently worked with the dominant society. You ain't gonna project all of that collaboration on me. Again, y'all know how I do. Let me report from the streets. That is a no, hell no, bout ain't, bout won't, bout can't. There you go, family. Foundationals have spoken. Lineage is in. Scam Africanism is out. Tell us more, James.
Growing, it's building an infrastructure to support the kind of business and on the ground new entrepreneurial development that one would want. So please look to Ghana for investment. Look to Ghana to recreate yourself as a business if you're moving from the UK or America or the Caribbean. And I think you will find that Ghana will be rewarding in terms of your possibilities. Thank you very much.
Right there.
I'm Professor James.
Black Alpha, bring it back.
Thank you very much.
Right there, y'all. You see that? That's at the end of his commercial. And by the way, did he not look stiff as hell? Did he look like he was reading the script? He lightweight looked a little fruit roll up, but I ain't gonna go there. Somebody else in the chat went there. You said it. I ain't said it. Nah, fuck it. We both said it. But fam, you see that right there? One more time. Look at this, fam. Here we go. You see at the end of his little speech, that right there. Those are all of those businesses and those collaborators that he's working with that sponsor all of this. Fam, there they go right there. There they go. There you want it. I got it. Whatever you want, I'm going to bring it. This is how we going to do it, y'all. There you go. We ain't even got to go deep for these receipts. Here's the thing. James, if you're going to have something that you're doing out here, please make receipts hard to find. Don't do no weird, cringy-ass thing. Come to Ghana. Ghana would be good for you. Ghana's nice. They don't wear deodorant in Ghana. Their asses can't swim in Ghana. Their asses is running from the dominant society or hugging on the dominant society. Just do that, okay? And just let it be known. Because if I'm looking right here, I'm looking clear as day that your organizations that you sitting there talking about, they're all right there. There you go. Ghana Beyond Aid. I just showed you Ghana Beyond Aid. Did I not? Yes, the hell I did. There you go. Look who Ghana Beyond Aid is working for. That's who made that damn cringe commercial. That's who's behind him trying to get us to go to Africa. That's why he's mad at Tariq. That's why he's mad at you. That's why he's mad at us. Because we ain't going over there and that damn money dried up. And all them damn handlers are telling you even more. There you go again. I'll let you know how we rocking. And we rocking full time. Look at this one right here, family. Easy as day. Easy as day. You see it. Sustainable Development Goals. Right there. That's one of the organizations you see highlighted at the bottom. Who are they working with? The United Nations. Now, I just seen an interview with James Smalls, and he was telling me that the United Nations wasn't worth nothing. Must be worth enough for you to work for them, James. Must be worth enough for you to work for them, partner. Yeah, you don't want to go there, though, do you? We're about to go there. Matter of fact, we are already there right goddamn now. Easy work. Family, you see what I'm talking about. They see what we're talking about. Now, watch this man try to dump foundational Black Americans on the corner and try to uplift and elevate all of these other individuals. We ain't going for it. Let's rock.
And even though we don't.
Thank you so much. So, Prof, as we segue into, so, Prof, I don't know whether you're active.
Squib King, what's the word? Shout out to everybody that's tapped into the Wake and Bake Show, man. We're reacting to this Black Alpha conversation. We're going to skip it up, though, because we're going to really get into the brother Reggie conversation. So I just want to get into the brother Reggie conversation because I think that's absolutely a crucial conversation. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to get into within this conversation. We got a lot to get into. Shout out to everybody in the building. Script King, where you been at, gang? Y'all know they don't send my notifications out on my channel. Listen, y'all don't understand how frustrated I be, family, because they don't send out my notifications. I talk to YouTube. They like, yeah, your channel unverified. We can't verify who you are, whether or not it's a real channel, since they gave me my channel back. So it's like they don't even send out my notifications, man. I got 40K subscribers, all organic, and half of the hell, nobody even gets notifications. That's insane to me. I never want to sue YouTube.
Have an ancestral homecoming, I will walk right outside, because right out there is where my foundational Black American ancestors are. You trying to sell African ancestors for $6,000 in Egypt, $5,000 in Ghana to some foundational Black Americans. I see why your ass mad. You done ran out of money, time, and excuses. He said, the movement toward Africa unity. Fam, I'm telling y'all, all my young people, they've been talking about that for years. This has been going on for years. This is a ripoff. They've been trying to tell Black Americans about a damn African uprising and unity and come home. It is $1 billion industry to get Black Americans to go over to Africa. They've been doing this since the 1960s, y'all. In the 80s, it took off. In the 90s, it took off. They've always done this. Don't think that you're seeing something new. They've always done this all the time. They say the African unity and empowerment with the expertise and collaboration of cultural heritage African tours. And
that's a fact. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And so motherfuckers that's in this Pan-African movement and people like James Smalls, brother Reggie, these guys are either paid or unpaid agents. You feel me? Hey, MCE, man, what's the word? It's definitely been a little hot second, but it's good to see that you're doing good. Hope all is well with you and the family. And peace and blessings to you and your family. Peace and blessings to everybody listening in, to y'all families as well. Hope everybody's doing fantastic, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power for those that's new to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button, support the channel. Shout out to all my indigenous Aborigines and all my FBA brothers that be tapped in with the tap in. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure y'all share the live stream and support the channel, man. Let me drop that cash app in the chat just in case we got some good brothers that want and sisters that want to support the movement or support the channel that supports the movement.
Just told you guys all of the places that he was naming right there. There you go. And he's got connections that all of them are working with the United States government, y'all. All of those places. You think that they putting together all these damn tours just because? You think they putting together all these tours because it's fun? Somebody is fitting the damn bill. Somebody getting broke off a bag. Somebody is up to something, and we've been the ones out here exposing it. And family, I'm going to show y'all what all that damn money is going to get you. Oh, sit back for this one. This is the good one, brothers and sisters. You're going to go to the greatest place on the planet. You want to see what a Wakanda package looks like from James Smalls? And by the way, this isn't the Wale Wakanda packet. This isn't the Akon Wakanda packet or the Dr. Umar Wakanda packet. This is the James Smalls specific Wakanda package. And I want y'all to see it, fam. If you spend all that damn money, you can go to a bar that look like that. Y'all gonna spend your money for that one? Y'all gonna do that? No wonder they want our damn reparations, fam. This is what your reparations is gonna do. Your reparations is gonna get them to get a damn bar like that. That's what it's gonna do for you right there. Oh, we're not done. Oh, no. Look at that. He got, boy, this stuff popping out there. Look at that. The Kimbe 1, the Kimbe 2, the Kimbe 33rd. Look at this one. Or you can go to that little kiddie pool. Fam, my niece got a pool in my backyard bigger than that right there. Okay? Family, I can go to the damn Motel 6 and get something better than that. They trying to get you to spend $6,000 for a damn kiddie pool in Ghana. You can go and fill up the bathtub and get more clean water than that.
That's crazy.
What's in that?
They done got a Shaq's side. They got Shaq's bathtub and turned it into a swimming pool. How the hell y'all gonna use Dwight Howard's old bathtub and turn it into a damn swimming pool?
Damn water. This is what you trying to sell my people, James Smalls? This is what you trying to tell foundational Black Americans we need to do? James Smalls, you hating my brother Tariq.
Man, look at that over there. You see that little dark figure over there in the shadow where my arrow is? You see that? That's a doo-doo turd. Africans love doo-dooing in public places. As a matter of fact, they have some of the highest population of open defecation. Yeah, they poop anywhere. Do not touch that. That is not a payday. That is not a Babe Ruth. That is not a Snickers. Do not touch it.
For this? Hell no. Look at this, fam. Dirty ass water. But there's more. Fam, you might even get to stay. Who took this picture, by the way? What the hell did you take this with? A Polaroid? Look at this picture.
Man, that shit look like the Midnight Express in my city. And the Midnight Express is a damn crack motel. That's a damn crack motel.
Y'all, that dusty ass hotel. Look at this. Who in the hell put this up on a website wanting to get money? This ain't a ringing endorsement right here. This is terrible. Fam, I see somebody in the background hanging off. I see lotion flying in the damn air. I see deodorant, everything on the ground. There goes somebody in the bushes over there. I see some damn bush meat. Look at this. This is what you want us to spend our money on, James Smalls? You calling us CIA because we don't want to spend for this? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Take that monkey ish off. You embarrassing us. Shout out to Pimp C. Y'all see this right here? The damn wind's blowing. Couldn't you pick the day where it was sunny? Why did you take this picture in the daytime? I don't trust nobody trying to get me to spend $60,000, $20,000, $40,000 to go over to Ghana for a kiddie pool, a dusty-ass bar, and a picture where I see a damn hyena hanging off a balcony. Fam, I'll go make some AI if I want to see a hyena jumping off a balcony. Get the hell out of here. Look at that. Somebody over there in the goddamn window saying, please help us. Yeah. Somebody over there saying 22,000. They said Ibrahim Torre, come get us. Get the hell out of here. What about this one? Uh-oh, y'all. Woo! Fam, do they got them some damn love sofas? Do you want to go get them love sofas over there, family? Oh, this is a hell of a trip. Oh, we going to go over there, fam, sit on them dusty-ass love sofas. They probably break. You probably get splinters. Fam, I see damn splinters hanging out. Look at all them. Look at all that damn wood. He's like, that's real bamboo. You get real bamboo. You remember that damn Dikembe who was interviewing him? He was like, if you sit on the one to the far left, Nelson Mandela sat on this. Because you know they be scamming, right? Y'all know they're going to scam Black Americans. They're going to be in that thing saying, well, if you see the chair over here, Patrice Lumumba sat in this back in 1905. 1905? Yes, it wasn't him. It was someone else. But they all related like I'm related to you, nigga. We all related, ain't we? We all one big nigga, right? Patrice, Latrice, Lumbumba, Mutumba, we all just one Negro. Doesn't matter. You decisive, nigga. You divisive. You can't call the difference between Patrice and Lumbumba. What's wrong with you, FBA? You the CIA. Call James Smalls. This man trying to sell us some damn splinter seats. Some damn splinter seats, fam. You don't sit on that, Black American. That's a coffee table. That's a coffee table, fam. You can go get that right now in the damn newspaper. Go look in your newspaper, see somebody selling that. I can get you that coffee table. James Smalls, if you need to refurnish all of this, all you need to do is just ask. Just ask. Just be like, hey, man, Black Americans, I'm struggling right now. Y'all delineation done effed everything up. The coffee table got too many stains on it. The cheetah done pissed in the pool. The damn seats got splinters poking out of them. I seen the damn cat hanging out the damn window on the balcony. Can y'all help me refurnish all this? Just ask if you're struggling that bad. God damn. How about this right here, family? There goes the lounge. Family, that looks like a goddamn hallway in a high school. Fam, this one right here, you're going up to math class. Down there is going into social studies. That right there, they trying to get you a damn high school. This is a damn high school, y'all. They done took a damn high school that the colonizer gave back to them. Look at the lights going out up here. Why the hell the light on in the daytime any goddamn way? What the heck? They got the light on. It's struggling. I see goddamn moss flying around it. This man out here in a dashiki. You know, somebody said, take a picture of a kid too. Take a picture of a kid. They'll come here if you put the kid on here. This is pathetic. This is what you trying to sell Black Americans. This is what you trying to tell Black Americans for that much goddamn money. James Smalls, if you don't sit your scam African ass down and leave foundational Black Americans the hell out of all of this, because we don't got nothing to do with any of this. That is foundational Black American certified energy, and certified energy don't want nothing to do with any of that. Fam, we only keeping it real. Them is real photos, y'all. On his little donation, fam, boy, he out there asking for money now too. Now he begging, fam. When is a Pan-African not gonna ask for money? Your whole movement is based on money. Matter of fact, I got something. Hold on, I'm coming up with ideas and points while I'm talking, fam. Isn't it funny? They always talking about, oh, you beg the white man for reparations, nigga. Yeah, and you beg foundational Black Americans for donations, nigga. Isn't it funny? They all
right. They our donations equal up to their reparations. You feel me? We donating like it ain't shit. Our people stay donating to their little cause. Imagine what 10 cents a day would do if 40 million people sent in 10 cents a day to them Africans. 10 cents a day will be the equivalent to what, about 80 cents today? All that little change and turned these niggas into tethers. Our little investment turned them into tethers. We should have never invested into these shit. The world understands that this Pan-Africanism shit is dead. This shit been dead since like 2021 when we did our motherfucking lecture. Pan-Africanism is dead, destroying it, showing them how they forefathers were sellouts, church boys, even Boochie Cat boys. Some of them was funded by the CIA. Some of their favorite master teachers like John Henry Clark, Leonard Jeffries, and then I can name a few. We got the list. It ain't no name I won't name. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no name I won't name. Period.
always talking about foundation or begging the white man for reparations, which, by the way, the white man feeds you. He feeds your whole damn continent. However, I'll put that on the side. Sidebar. We'll get back to that in a minute. You always begging us for donations. Y'all tell me the last time you seen a Pan-African that wasn't hands open trying to get us to go somewhere. Why is Pan-African always rooted in Black American money? Can we ask that question? We gonna ask that question. We gonna present that question. Damn that, we gonna give the answer because they broke and they need us. And that is the definition of a Pan-African tether. Pan-Africans are obsessed with Black American money. That's why they always pocket watch. Fam, you see how many times they be pocket watching us? Where you get all that money? Where'd you get it from? What, the money that you want?
Man, they always pocket watching a nigga. You niggas is gritty for money. You understand? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to my brother, the ancient genius, man, for the support. Sending in some support this morning. He said, salute. Fuck Pan-Africans. We big Aboriginal, 100%. Yeah, that 1,000%, big bro. We definitely the Aboriginals. We definitely the Aboriginals. Shout out to my brother Tamat for sending in the donation as well. He said, cook, bro. Hey, let them cook. That won't come through frying shit. Let them cook. Hey, let them cook. Shout out to Black Alpha. We cooking. I'm going to let them cook, though.
The money that you want me to spend so you can go over there and get me in the damn hotel lounge. Okay, Hotel Rwanda. Fam, that was Hotel Rwanda and Hotel Uganda and Hotel Kenya. It's always a hotel you're trying to get Black Americans to go to. Damn you, damn all that. Come up with an ideology that's not centered around us. So when I sit here and say that delineation has dried up all their money, and I tell you that delineation is why they're all going broke, why Dr. Umar's going broke and the feds is on him, you need to worry about them feds. The feds is on Dr. Umar. And when I tell you James Smalls is going broke, so now he comes up with all of this rhetoric about the CIA. When I tell you all of that, fam, about how they're broke, and then you see that their ideology is always based on Black American donations, why we got to fund you? I thought Africa had all these kings and these princes and these queens, and it was the motherland. How come the mother can't fit the bill? It's always a Pan-African wanting Black American dollars. It's always a Pan-African pocket watching FBA. You don't pocket watch other Africans. You don't pocket watch.
But they'll pocket watch us, though. You see what I'm saying? That's all they do is pocket watch us. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building. We about to keep this thing going, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show with your brother Aboriginal Power, aka Copper Grizzly, in the building, man. You already know the vibes. Let's get into this conversation with brother Reggie. Let's get into this brother Reggie conversation. If y'all ready to get into it, drop a fire emoji. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Right the turban just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Is that not the courts, but Congress is best suited, and governments like local government, they are best suited for reparations. That's a fact. Another reason is going to be dismissed is because of time barred, right? They say, and I will show it to you, that looking at any group of people who have a claim 150 years ago, right? That is time barred. It's going to be dismissed. They asked me, well, brother Reggie, well, since you talking so much, what is our plan? Well, our plan is really, really simple. Our plan is local government, city, state, and county. Really, city and county, they have their own laws. In those places, we can get reparations, right? Brother Reggie taught more than 10 years ago about local reparations. Today, all of the reparations activities are in local, city, state. The FBAs, because you don't know law, right, do not know that they are hurting any concept that we may have of reparations. Why? Because of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment, right, protects all citizens from race.
Listen, brother Reggie is a bright brother, right? But he is dumb, and I hate his lisp. Man, your lips too big, your tongue too fat. What's going on? Say it. Don't spray it, nigga.
Arguments. 14th Amendment clause. So that means what happens is any city, state, local government who is trying to implement reparations, who voted it in, right? An equal protection opponent could wage suit and say that if you say race, you say ancestry, right? Governments can't give it to you. City, state, local, federal government can't give it to you. That's the 14th Amendment. Why? Because you use race, you use ancestry. It can't be given to you that way. That is the law of the United States. Simple and clean. How do we know this? Is because we've had cities, counties that have, and states that have tried to implement reparations, voted it in, studied, and they had to turn it back because of suits. For example, Asheville. Now, Sanetta, I'm coming out of retirement just for this. Just for this. I want the FBA's best. I'm going to show a video, that's what I was rendering, of me being on a show last night. I want you to analyze the show before I analyze it.
He's talking about the bro Afro Elite.
The person who I was talking to, let's call it a debate.
I was in the chat arguing with brother Reggie during the Afro Elite shit. I was with Reggie.
None. Just claims. You're wrong. You're old. You're a dumbass.
You is a dumbass though, Reggie.
But Sinetta, on this platform, Black News 102, Sinetta Studio, Sinetta TV, right? We don't just listen to people. We debate it.
I'm here, Reggie.
Yes.
No, you called me, right?
No. No, I didn't call you. I was talking about you. 5 years or 6 years, we've had to deal with this motley crew of people, mostly social influencers, right? And I'm not banging on directly on my brother Tariq Nasheed. No, I'm not. Sarnetta knows him. I know him. I respect him. I simply disagree with him. I'm not defending what Professor Small said, who he is my brother, my comrade, a teacher of mine. I'm not defending what he said. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is raising the contradictions that you have false claims. You have false claims. None of the things that you are talking about are you capable. One, do you have a plan? No. We social boosting. You're making money. And that's okay. Right? But you are deceiving people. You have no plan. You have nothing written to say how you're going to get reparations. But we're going to get reparations. We're the ones who put reparations back. No, you hijacked it. I met Sarnetta years ago at the reparations conference in DC. I see not one of them. Some of them was still in their underwear, in their pajamas, babies. I see nobody who calling them.
Bro, nigga, we was in our drawers, man. We was in our drawers. What you expect? You went to a reparations rally in 1991. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I was just now being born when you went to your reparations. Whoop-de-doo. You guys ain't never seen nobody saying that back then. You guys are saying it now. I didn't see none of you guys that was claiming to be FBA. Bro, we're delineating from Africans, nigga, Tethers, and anybody else that's with them, bro. You got to understand that, Brother Larry. I'm a Brother Reggie. Now, I don't understand shit. Aboriginal powers. You don't shut the hell up.
In their pajamas, babies. I see nobody who calling themselves FBA at that reparations conference. But Sarnetta was there talking about our ancestors, right, who were oppressed. They never called themselves FBA. They never called themselves foundational Black Americans. And again, the last foundational Black American, anybody you say could connect it to the slave trade that you say could give us reparations, died 80 years ago. You say, Brother Reggie, you playing semantic games. No, because Brother Reggie's been in court.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's playing semantics.
Died 80 years ago. You say, Brother Reggie, you playing semantic games. No, because Brother Reggie's been in court. Federal court, myself. State court, myself. I've had other people that I've helped to go to court. Brother Reggie has an article, Reparations is Dead, How to Resurrect It. Brother Reggie has written material on reparations. Brother Reggie has factual video information. Never refuted that, but that they're not going to refute it.
Right, and I won't deny that the fact that Reggie have put out real literature, real paperwork on reparations, and has shit put out, I think, in the science, in the studies, in the universities to be peer reviewed. I'm not going to take that away from Reggie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reggie on that. But that's obviously the reason reparation has failed. Look who the hell they got writing the goddamn papers. Reggie, you writing the reparations. That's why, man, that's why we ain't got no fucking reparations, because of Reggie. Reggie, y'all gave the responsibility to write the greatest plan of why we should get reparations through legal advice, and y'all gave the pen and the paper to Reggie. You got to be out of y'all damn rabbit ass mind. That's why we ain't got it yet. Nigga, somebody else need to be in the seat.
Because they don't know law. So what do the FBAs know law? I know Ados, Tone, I know he knows law. So how are you going to engage in any conversation about reparations and you don't have anybody legal to talk about it? Have you read Ogletree's Method to Reparations? No. So, Brother Reggie, how do we get reparations? Well, we have enough damage that has been done to us in the last 80 years. Not talking about slavery.
That's absolutely freaking true. Reggie, you just said some fire shit. Damn, you said we can get reparations without even having to use slavery. Nigga, that's what we've been saying. Reggie, give me that piece of paper you done wrote on that damn plan out. Let me see it. Hold on, I'll take it back. You might not be as dumb as you look. Let me see that piece of paper, Reggie, what you done scribbled on. Somebody said, what the fuck? He debunking himself. That was a body bag to his own goddamn self. Hey, but let's get into it.
We have enough damage that has been done to us in the last 80 years. Not talking about slavery to get reparations. The courts will take that because that's harm-based. But what does the reparations people do? Right? They hijack it. Right? What they do is, okay, there's about 67 million Latinos in this country. New population, fast expanding, multiple Latinos. They empower each other. They have businesses, small business and corporate businesses right now. Yes, they largely hire their own, or those that can speak Spanish. We can't speak Spanish. They don't hire us, right? Okay. Europeans are about 120, 160 million more, right? Okay. They don't hire us. They're the ones who's in charge of Congress, the Senate. They're never going to put anything on reparations on board. Never. Just because of numbers. It's not in their interest. And because they caused it. They're not going to do it. There are about 12 to 14 million immigrants. Not immigrants, sorry. Caribbean descendants, African Caribbean descendants living in the United States. 12 to 16 million. They're catching hell like us because they are us. You want to use your energy to bang on them and they have no power. You want to bang on your own because you go on social media to hype up some things that people are people. You find their views. You hype it up, but they got no power. They got less power than you. We want to delineate, right? So our little 40 million, right? What we want to do now is we want to delineate from 12 million African descendants who came from the Caribbean. So what we want to do is we want to separate them. And who's going to give us reparations? Who's going to give us reparations? Right? They're not, they're taking our jobs. The 67 million Latinos, right? Who largely are working on the plantations right now, right? A large body of them, migrant workers and other jobs, doing jobs that we don't want to do because we want to go on social media. Social media for the FBAs is the new Black empowerment. Sure, some of us, not all of us, but a few of us, the most charismatic, the most good looking women and men right? The most, how can I say, engaging, articulate, they survive on social media. But let me tell you, FBA people, something. The bulk of our people don't. We participate in social media. We help people make money. But how do you make money? You make money on social media from ads. You see any black ads? Nah. How many black ads do you see coming into your feed? No, you make money from the oppressor's ads. People that want you to buy from them who happen not to care about you at all. Is that empowerment? Family, I'm asking you to think about this. Is that empowerment? A few people making money from social media ads. Now, there are other people, right, who make their ads make their money on social media because they give people information. Hence, Black News 102 Sinetta Studios. He gives people debates. He daily gives people information. All the information is fact-checked. There's not a line of somebody coming on here more than once. Sinetta might give him a presentation. Let's see what you got. But he's going to open up the lines. And he's going to fact-check it. Let's contrast it to what you do. You have shows that are more like Christian revival shows. Pitch a tent, right? Play victim. They're hurting us. They're taking our jobs. We need to delineate. You don't have a plan, right? You don't give information. I have never seen a FBA presentation on law. You don't get reparations without law. You don't get reparations without politics. You don't get reparations without that. You think you get reparations by social boosting and getting a population? Well, somebody has to write it, and people have been writing it. Not you. Not a single one of you. Right? So, what I'm going to do is I am going to play a typical FBA revival meeting with an FBA. He's going to let me talk for a little while. I don't want to play the whole video. I actually augmented the video so we won't get striked. So, Sinetta, please put up the disclaimer. Put up the disclaimer. That's important because you know how they play? They go to the European.
Yeah, they will, Reggie. They will flag your channel. I ain't with that whole ass shit.
They're going to strike us because I'm messing up their money, right? Now, just a few words about Professor Small. Just a few words. I met him when he was 39 years old, right? I was 20, right? I met Dr. Jeffries. Dr. Jeffries was 45. Dr. Ben was about 58. Dr. Clark was 1970. I mean, he was 70 years old. In that course, I never met anybody who was foundational Black Americans. They never had a with any of them up until now. Professor Small speaks to a wide audience, right? You know, he tries to give people a way to think about things. Nobody's perfect. Professor Small is 80 years old, right? I met Ella Collins, Malcolm X's sister, right? Through Professor Small, who was an imam of Muslim Mosque Incorporated, an organization.
Y'all didn't see my bill breaking down James Smalls and showing his contradictions. Go check out the show from yesterday. It was a fire ass show. We broke down James Smalls to the finest infinite that you could find. When I say we broke him down, family. You understand me? Straight up. Because a lot of people don't really understand what's going on around here. You see what I'm saying? These dudes be lying. On the record, lying. You see what I'm saying? We got to know this. We got to know how these people operate and run. You see what I'm saying? That's why we do what we do. This is why we do what we do. Shout out to everybody that's in the building too, though. I do want y'all to hit that like button and thumb up the video. I want to let y'all listen to James Smiles himself, because a lot of people don't know what he be talking about. So we're gonna get into some of the stuff that he talk about. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, rocking out with your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. This is another Wake and Bake show. Y'all already know the vibes. And if y'all ready to get into some of this heat, all you gotta do is say, let's go. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. And the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Professor Smalls.
You are always in Africa. You got the African Day Parade. You don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn, the band festival, the African festival. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rides and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to make you play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements that have changed the world that allow all ethnic nations to profit has been our movement. And so we get peed on and played down because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us.
Are they our people, brother, or are we our own people now?
No, we got to understand two things. We have a race and then we have an ethnic place. We African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Mali, something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but I have a race and then we have an ethnic place. We African Americans.
Our people, brother, or are we our own people?
No, we got to understand two things. We have a race and then we have an ethnic place. We African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That is African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic. But there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic. But there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that. We are together, but economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that. That are together, but economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that. That our economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that. That our economic enemy is just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere. You know, we had the brothers from Trinidad and then you had W.B. Du Bois, and we created this phenomena. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand? Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and supported the Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people. Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people. Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about Africanism because they're still bogged down in the colonial of Africa. Never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they, and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they, and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still, and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still bogged down in the, most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still bogged down in the colonial slavery of European Judeo-Christian indoctrination, which is worse than anything that we've suffered. Worse than anything that we've suffered. The illusion of the clothes and the language make us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. Us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian that love Europe more than they love their own ancestors. They would not even use an African word for God. You know, in Ghana, if you talk about being a traditional African, you might get beat down in the street. You understand? You're ostracized on the radio. Movies are made to show African culture as being the devil, while Christian culture is coming in as the savior. This is TV shows and on TV in Nigeria and Ghana every day.
You can see where James Small's been singing a different tune. He's singing a totally different tune.
Unity, the head of it, with Ronell Collins, right? With Brother Willie Starks, right? A Malcolm X bodyguard who was only 19, 20 when Malcolm was assassinated, and he was there, right? In the 39 years, Professor Small has been a thought leader. Not necessarily always right. Who's always right? I don't know anybody that was always right. Right based on the time period, right? Okay, but Professor Small was also a go-to person to incorporate the new media into what is become now. Brother Tariq and Professor Small had a partnership. That partnership, the Hidden Color series, largely of it was based on African people, right? Right? And it sold very well. I mean, Professor Small probably wasn't on the first one, right? But people like Booker T. Coleman, Brother Kaba, and Francis Cresswell, all of them came out of the Black movement, or the Black academic movement, I would say, because they're not necessarily activists. Professor Small was an activist, right? And I'll just tell you, FBA people, right? Okay. Thank you. Because you're not on code. Because what you did was you broadcast to the world, FBA is CIA. Why would you do something stupid like that? That even you put a small part that Professor Small said where he implied that the FBA is CIA, but you told on maybe yourselves. Why would you? Do you know if you Google CIA on YouTube right now, FBA will come up? You think that's a real smart thing to get at Professor Small? You think that's smart? To align your organization or your YouTube people with the CIA? Professor Small didn't do that. You did that. Now, by doing something like that, shows that one thing that you do is you put Professor Small's life in danger, because he didn't talk about it much of all the things. He just said that because things have been happening to him in Africa after certain shows have been happening when people have been attacking Africa. So when you attack Africa, it comes on the African airways when Professor Small has been there. And it causes problems in Africa because of what you think. Okay, a few more seconds. Right? Here's the deal. Right here.
So now us
right
talking
here.
about Africans, and now Africans getting mad at Black Americans. Now they're attacking James Smalls in his little hotel in Africa because some niggas on the internet talking shit about Africans and calling them out and delineating. That is insane. He need to get his old ass up out of Africa then. Sell that weak ass hotel and get up out of there. Save yourself, old man. Get up out of there, James Smalls. That's all I can tell you. But we ain't gonna stop delineating and going in on these African and Caribbean tethers.
You send your best. I need somebody that's college educated first. Somebody that knows the history of our people. Somebody has written about our people. Somebody who is a proven activist that I can Google their real name. You say lineage? You broke your lineages. All you got fake names. All of you got aliases. Ain't none of you got a real name. My name is Brother Reggie Mabry. Reginald A. Mabry. You can look me up in federal court. You can look me up in newspapers. I'm a real person. I didn't cut off my lineage for a fake YouTube name. Most of you, nobody knows who you
we're
are.
not cutting off our lineage. We're saying that our lineage is just not tied to Africa. It's Aboriginal indigenous. We're still talking lineage. We're really showing records and what they say. You're not going to show no lineage showing that you was an African. You might show Negro. You might show color. That doesn't denote to African. So you silly rabbit done already dropped the gun. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hit that like button.
You don't even come on the screen. Now, again, I'm not banging on our brother Tariq Nasheed. He's a good brother. We had good times. I'm not banging on him. And I can understand he's disappointed with Professor Small. And I can understand that Professor Small is disappointed in him. But why the hell are you in it? Because he say something about somebody else? So that makes me know that you are gang.
Nigga, we ain't no damn gang. See, look, they trying to throw these black supremacists, black extremist shit out. Y'all the only extremists. Pan-Africanism is radical. Y'all got niggas like Sadie, Brother Larry, motherfucking Brother Polite, Nature Boy. Y'all just radical. Natural Tahuti. You feel me? Up from the Amarai Squad. Y'all got a bunch of criminal radicals.
Because you shouldn't interfere. You should check with Brother Tariq Nasheed to see what he wants to say and let Tariq Nasheed say something that he can say. And I heard Tariq Nasheed talk, and he's disappointed at Professor Small. And I've spoken to Brother Small, and he's disappointed. But disappointed don't mean that you go and you target a black person. You did that. We don't do that. Why? Because we have.
No, Tariq didn't say he was disappointed with James Smalls. That ain't what he said. He said he ain't fucking with dude. He not rocking with James Smalls. He don't respect him no more. He's getting edited, took out all of his movies. He took out the museum that they had a mirror of him up. He said he ain't rocking with that dude. He's a goofy.
Disagreement? So here's the place. Here's the time. This is Sonetta Studios, Black News 102, right? We put on some of the biggest debates, right? I want you. I want your best. Again, please be college educated. I can skip that to a certain degree, right? Have some information and some claims to prove me that you're wrong, that you didn't hijack on code from our good brother, Millie Fuller, that you didn't hijack FBA from Dr. Claude Anderson, right? That you didn't start that you could find foundational Black Americans, people calling themselves that prior, that you know anything about reparations. So with that said, let me go and pull up this video, and I want you to analyze this, right? I want you to analyze this video, and I want you to find what this brother said that was factual information and how he treated me. I'm 60 years ago.
He's going to Afro Elite because I was on Afro Elite channel waiting for him to come through too. But I guarantee it's Afro Elite channel. Let me see. I guarantee it's Afro Elite channel. I'm willing to bet money.
So I'm sharing.
Because I was in the chat arguing.
And I put up the transcript.
Now, by the way,
and
Afro Elite is pretty much he's a young guy, man. He's like in his early 20s, 22, 25. You know what I'm saying? He's a young kid, man. And you trying to challenge a kid on their perspective? Let these guys cook. Let these guys eat.
Get my phone and check to see if you can hear it. All right. Oh.
My name is Brother Reggie. So I'm a long time fan of Professor Smalls. Over 40 years. I met him when he was 39 years old. Right. I met Dr. Clark when he was 70. Dr. Ben when he was about before, and Dr. Leonard Jeffries when he was about 44, 45. Okay, so here's my deal with you. Right, so I just want as much time as you gave everybody else, and at the end of that time, you can end the call, right, with me. Right. This particular point, right, the FBA has no legislative legal reparations victory. None. Just talk. No office holders, council boards, or commissions led by FDA representatives. Don't even have a commission for FDA. Measurable economic help for social advances, none of that. All you have in this radical point. Millie Fuller's On Code talks about everything that you think, everything you say has to be about against global white supremacy. You're contributing to global white supremacy by being divisive. There's only about 12, 16 million African Caribbean immigrants in the United States, but there are 67 million Latinos eating our food. But you got to say about them, the program. We've never a written plan about what FDA comes on and talks. It's not an organization. You don't have a plan, right? So now I want to thank you for 61,000 views plus the 1,000 views that you got, right? But putting up, because you people don't think, so you put up FBA is CIA. So now the whole world is looking at that. I want to thank you because, see, that's why I know you don't think.
Are you the person, you're the dude who made the interview with Professor Small?
No. Well, I'm Brother Reggie.
Oh, that's your brother Reggie. Oh, so where are you from? Where are your people from?
I'm a cousin of Professor Small, Dr. Jeffries, Dr.
No, answer the question. I've been listening. You went on a rant over time, but you went on a rant. So let me ask you this question. Where are your people from?
Oh, Newport News, Virginia.
No, where's your family? Where's your family lineage from?
Newport News in North Carolina, sir. Where's yours?
So you are a descendant of American chattel slavery, right?
I'm a descendant of American chattel slavery. That's correct.
Okay, on both sides, correct?
On both sides, sir.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you this question.
That's all.
I'm not even going to argue. Audience, I want y'all to listen to this. You said, hold on. You've been talking. You said that what we're doing is wrong. We got it wrong. We got it messed up. Okay. What should we be doing? Give us the plan. Give us the solution. Give us something that we should be doing that we haven't done before, okay? Because that Pan-African stuff, we've done that before, and we see that that's not getting us there. So tell us what, because if all we're doing is spewing rhetoric, tell us what we should be doing.
Okay, so here's the place that we have the smartest people on YouTube right here on this platform. You will say that Brother Reggie, right, sounds silly. Brother Reggie has no facts, right? Now, Brother Reggie is giving him facts. I told him where I was born.
Man, Reggie, you just came on there popping shots at these people and expect not to be shot back. Are you dumb?
I was born in 65. Told him all of that. Both sides come from Black America, right? From the South, right? I'm old enough to be his, if not his daddy, his uncle, right? I asked him where he's from. Both sides. To
be his granddaddy, right?
Okay, I didn't get an answer. So that's rhetoric and attack mode, right? So now, at the end of the show, he's going to say he doesn't believe that I am a Black American. He believes that I'm a tether. He's going to say that because the people in the chat, they like that stuff. But the difference between him and me, I'm nationally known, right? I'm nationally known. So this is their typical attack plan to try to separate us out.
Which
right?
Who Afro Elite do be doing that corny shit, just calling anybody a tether. Reggie ain't a tether. And he called A1 a tether when he came on there. My brother A1 ain't no damn tether. So that is a gimmick that he does a lot. I think he got to stop doing that because it makes him seem less credible.
The European does that, right? So I'm not good enough for his 5-6-year-old movement, right? And I don't know what he was doing 5-6 years ago. I know he's making a little money on YouTube right now. But let's continue. I want you to look for
bro. Why are you pocket watching people, Reggie? That's all y'all do is pocket watch people.
Money on YouTube, right? And I don't know what he was doing 5-6 years ago. I know he's making a little money on YouTube right now. But let's continue. I want you to look for facts. And those people who are saying negative things about me, I just want you to ask them, who are they, right? And what facts do they have that he doesn't say? Because we're only concerned about him, right? Because he's one of them, right? So I'm only concerned about what he says and what I say. I'm not concerned so much about the chat, but I am concerned about if anybody over here tries to defame me, right? Or my voice or anything that they want. That's not the issue. The issue is my facts versus him, and he's an FBA leader. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so on reparations, y'all people know the law, right? If there can be no local reparations, city, state, or federal government, or entity reparations given to any program, any policy, any proposal that talks about ancestry, right? And Black. That causes what you call scrutiny. So any government trying to do that is already outside of the law and they have to defend itself.
Okay, what I'm talking about is strict scrutiny. Strict scrutiny says that even if the government wants to give any type of proposed reparations, right, they can't give it based on Black and ancestry. We're the smartest YouTubers or people on this chat. Look up strict scrutiny.
Man,
so
y'all
once the
are
government
the
does
dumbest
that,
motherfuckers on the internet. By far, Brother Reggie. I know you're Pan-African. Well, you back Pan-African or you Black nationalist still? Let me know. It don't matter. But y'all are some of the dumbest people. Like, no disrespect. You think you're an African, bro.
then the government has to now become the defendant. This causes hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, usually millions of dollars, for a city, county, local government to defend anything reparations taking away from the Black citizens that live there, who put it up there. So it's always a do-over. So governments, city, state, and local avoid strict scrutiny. That's why you see most reparation programs being rewritten, because you can't say Black and ancestry. You can't talk about slavery. You could talk about slavery, but reparations can't be based on that. And we're going to talk about that. So I'm asking our YouTuber, our community to look up strict scrutiny and prove that I am wrong with the 14th Amendment. But he's asking me questions because he don't know.
You're
So
lying.
what we have to do,
You're either.
Okay, so now I'm lying. For me to lie, he has to disprove what I said. But typical tactic that has been used on us by Europeans and Karens, right? They say that you are.
Brother Reggie mad in a motherfucker. He mad in a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Afro Elite done got up under his skin, and he'll do that to you too. He didn't do that to a couple people. He did that to a couple people. You feel what I'm saying? I think Reggie called in. I forget what time frame he called in. Let me see if I can find the original work.
Lie as if he's right. Okay, I don't want your your claims. I want your information. We want your information.
You're either an ignorant dumb ass. You're stupid as hell. You're a dumbass or you're a liar. Okay, because it's already been done. No. That
stop. What reparations do we have that has been successful, that has not been sued? If it like Asheville, North Carolina, what reparations program proposal do we have? We have that has not been sued and had to be rewritten. Since I'm a dumbass, I want a claim. You made a claim. I want to answer to your claim. You say that reparations has been given. I want to ask our people, where has it been given? Now, harm-based reparations could be given.
Let's just listen to this whole conversation in totality. We want to be able to listen to this without Brother Reggie adding his conjecture into the conversation. So we're going to listen to the whole entire thing from the actual channel. Shout out to Afro Elite. Let's play it now.
646.
Yeah, Pete, how you doing, Afro Elite? My name is Brother Reggie. So I'm a long time fan of Professor Smalls. Over 40 years. I met him when he was 39 years old, right? I met Dr. Clark when he was 70, Dr. Ben when he was about 64, and Dr. Leonard Jeffries when he was about 44, 45. Okay, so here's my deal with you. Right, so I just want as much time as you gave everybody else, and at the end of that time, you can end the call, right, with me. Fine. This particular point, right, the FBA has no legislative legal reparations victory. None. Just talk. No office holders, council boards, or commissions led by FBA representatives. Don't even have a commission for FBA. Measurable economic health or social advances, none of that. All you have is endless radical points. That's all you have. You hide, right? Millie Fuller's on code. Millie Fuller's on code talks about everything that you think, everything you say has to be about against global white supremacy. Showing is you're contributing to global white supremacy by being divisive. There is only about 12, 16 million African Caribbean immigrants in the United States, but there are 67 million Latinos eating our food. But you got to say about them, the program. We've never had a written plan. Everybody, the FBA comes on and talks. It's not an organization. You don't have a plan, right? So now, I want to thank you for 61,000 views plus the 1,000 views that you got, right? By putting up, because you people don't think, so you put up FBA is CIA. So now the whole world is looking at that. I want to thank you because, see, that's why I know you don't think.
You're the person, you're the dude who made the interview with Professor Small?
No. I'm Brother Reggie. I'm from New York
that's your
City.
brother Reggie. Oh, so where are you from? Where are your people from?
I'm from New York City. I'm a contact of Professor Small, Dr. Jeffries, Dr.
No,
Johnny
answer
Clark.
the question. Answer the question. I've been listening. You went on a rant over time, but you went on a rant. So let me ask you this question. Where are your people from?
Oh, Newport News, Virginia.
No,
I was born in
where's your
65.
family? Where's your family lineage from?
Newport News in North Carolina. I'm a descendant of American chattel slavery. That's correct.
Okay, on both sides, correct?
On both sides, sir.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you this question.
That's all.
I'm not even going to argue. Yeah. Audience, I want y'all to listen to this. You said, hold on. You've been talking. You said that what we're doing is wrong. We got it wrong. We got it messed up. Okay. What should we be doing? Give us the plan. Give us the solution. Give us something that we should be doing that we haven't done before. Okay. Because that Pan-African stuff, we've done that before, and we see that that's not getting us there. So tell us because if all we're doing is spewing rhetoric, tell us what we should be doing.
I think Reggie gonna lay it down with this though, because Reggie actually got a decent plan when it comes to reparations. Let's listen.
Okay, so on reparations, y'all people know the law, right? If there can be no local reparations, city, state, or federal government and county reparations given to any program, any policy, any proposal that talks about ancestry, right? And black. That causes what you call scrutiny. So any government trying to do that is already outside of the law, and they have to defend itself.
You're
so
lying.
What we have to do,
you're either an ignorant dumb ass. You're stupid as hell. You're a dumb ass, or you're a liar. Okay, because it's already been done. No. That dumb.
Why you get mad like that?
Any program, any policy, any proposal that talks about ancestry, right, and black. That causes what you call scrutiny. So any government trying to do that is already outside of the law, and they have to defend itself.
You're
so
lying.
What we have to do.
You're either an ignorant dumb ass. You're stupid as hell. You're a dumb ass, or you're a liar. Okay, because it's already been done. No. That dumb shit. That dumb. Stop. That's already been done. You dumb ass. You stupid ass. That's already been done. It's already been done several times in America with your dumb ass.
Right. Check this out. You don't know what strict scrutiny is.
Right? It's already been done. You're saying it can't happen, and it's already been done in this country multiple times with different groups of people.
No. It happened with harm-based. But you don't know that.
No, people have gotten no, you tether dude. I don't believe you're a FBA. First off, I don't believe you. Okay, if Reggie is your buddy, I don't believe you. No, and people, no, I don't believe that either. At this point, I don't believe anything you're saying at all. I don't believe nothing you're saying whatsoever. Because he kept referring to FBA as you people. He kept referring to FBA as you people. He distanced himself from FBA. Now he's claiming that he's FBA. I don't believe he's FBA at all. It's already been done. Oh, you can't get anything off of ancestry. That's how reparations has always been dispersed. It's always been dispersed based off ancestry. I want y'all to listen. Now he's crashing out.
No, I'm not crashing out, sir. You interrupted me. You didn't interrupt
I was speaking.
Else,
I let you go on a whole long rant. And you were saying we don't know what we're doing.
You told him to explain. After you went on your rant, you asked him a question to explain what should he do? What should we do? He was getting into his bag of what we should do, Brother Ali, and then you cut him off respectfully.
doing. We don't know what we're doing. I said, what do we do? And then you did not give a solution. You didn't give what we should be doing.
You never been in state court. I don't know who your real name is. You're an imposter. And you know what?
I'm an imposter. Who am I? You saying I'm an imposter. Who am I posing as? Who am I posing as? To be an imposter, you got to be posing as somebody. Who am I posing as? I'm posing as Afro Elite. So I'm not really Afro Elite then. I'm posing as Afro Elite, right?
Okay, what's your real name?
What's my real name? Well, everybody here knows that everybody here knows that my real name is not Afro Elite. Everybody knows that. But you're saying I'm posing as Afro Elite. I would only be posing. Hold on, I would only be posing as Afro Elite if I actually tried to convince people that my government name was Afro Elite. Everybody knows that that's not true.
Okay, let's just move past that, right? Okay, so you hijacked FBA, right? You hijacked that from Native Black Americans. You hijacked that from Claude Anderson.
I didn't hijack anything. I didn't hijack anything.
Yeah, you hijacked it from Claude Anderson.
Do you know what the word hijack means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
You stole it. You framed it.
No, we didn't steal anything from Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson already knows about FBA, and he is in support of the movement. And Dr. Claude Anderson came up with Native Black American, and we gave that an update in a more solid term. That's not a hijacking.
But where is your receipts for what you did? But what I do see is you grifted. I see that most of you people are putting Cash App dollars in your pocket for shows that you give no information on. You start your lineage. When is your lineage? You say you're descendants of Africans that were brought over here. That's when you start. You're not an FBA, Foundational Black America, connected to slavery, died years ago. So you're a descendant of Foundational Black Americans. You didn't do any of the work. You brand new.
No, I'm not a descendant of Foundational Black Americans. I am a Foundational Black American. The lineage still continued. The lineage survived past slavery. We're not descendants of that. We're not saying we were former slaves.
Reggie
we are descendants of that. We recognize that. But the lineage survived slavery, so we are foundational. Dude, okay. All right.
Afro Elite.
No, you're not foundational. The people that
confused.
It's the same people. We're the lineage survived past that. It's the same people.
Let me go get the names. Let me see what comes up in the newspapers. Let me see what comes up in the funerals. I
want y'all audience. I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this. If that's the case, then technically alive today. Listen, hold on. Listen, dude. Technically, nobody alive today would be a native. If that's the case, if we're just descendants of those people and we're not really those people, nobody alive today is indigenous anywhere. Nobody alive today is native anywhere. You're just a descendant of an indigenous person. You're a descendant of a native person. Do you see that logic? Do you see how he's not being consistent with his own logic?
Yeah, we rock with FBA, VA finest. They are Aboriginal brothers too.
Because they said this. You are saying that you are the people that created Black America. You're not. You're the descendants of them. You ain't been in rallies. No, what rallies have you been to? What do you listen?
What rallies have I been to? Do you know who you're talking to?
2001. I did the first. I was a part of the first reparations hearing in 2001 with Digital Palmer Farmer, who did the first.
In 2001, he wasn't even born, fam. Why you do him like that? Come on, Reggie. You ain't have to do my family like that. He only 24. 2001, he wasn't even born. But he went to the ones that was here today, though, Reggie. You see what I'm saying? He's going to the ones that's valued today, the ones that's re-implemented. Yeah, y'all did it in y'all generation. Y'all didn't get it cracking all the way where we got nothing. It's the new generation trying. Let them shine. Y'all stop. Y'all old niggas be stopping the movement of these young brothers that's out here shining, doing their thing, conscious, holding it down, putting this game out there for the people. They could be out there robbing, drinking booze, selling crack, you know what I mean, beating up women in the club, doing crime in the community, whatever. But no, they out here trying to educate and elevate the mind and the youth themselves. This is motivation. We need us as elders and the middle ages and the big brothers to educate and motivate our young brothers, man. Keep doing it.
Reparations.
Well, I mean, if you've been in the reparations movement, no wonder we don't got reparations. The way you talking like an op. So no wonder we don't have reparations, because you've been in the movement. Okay, now we need to get you out the movement in order for us to get reparations. You've been the reason we've been held up.
What I did was reparations, because we couldn't get any reparations.
You've argued for what reparations? You've argued for what? You've argued for what?
Oh, local reparations, city, state reparations.
You've argued for local reparations.
Yeah, local reparations. You don't know what local reparations
No,
is?
I'm saying because you made the argument that we couldn't get reparations based off of ancestry and reparations coming from the government. Because
yeah, we should be able to get off of ancestry, what was done to us within the land, what was done to us within the last 100 to maybe even 200 years. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's get a few people to support the channel, man. This is the Wake and Bake with your brother Aboriginal Power. If you're enjoying the live stream, drop a fire emoji in the chat. We need to see where the gang at, where the family at. Grand Rising, happy Wake and Bake. For those that's moving around, be safe, family. And I want to send my blessings out to you on this beautiful Wednesday. Make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all be aware. And make sure y'all stay vigilant. All right, and most importantly, family, stay dangerous. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's continue with some more of this heat.
Local would still be the government, wouldn't be done based off of ancestry.
The father said a harm to your ancestors is not a harm to you.
It is.
So
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And America recognizes that and has given reparations before.
Give me a case law. Give me case law.
Give you a case law?
Give me case law.
I want your dumb ass. I want you, listen. You dumb, stupid ass tether.
Saying nothing. You just
you stupid.
You got no
you
facts.
see this stupid tether? Okay, you see him?
You're calling me stupid. I'm not going to disrespect you.
You are disrespectful.
I'm not disrespect
you. I'm saying,
right?
Look, okay, if stupid is offensive, let me not call you stupid. Okay, you're just a little slow.
Yeah, you should call me stupid.
You're a little slow. You are slow. You're slow in your line. Okay, you're a liar. I'm not gonna call you out your name. I'm just gonna call you a slow liar. How about
chill out, Afro? Chill out though, cuz don't do it like that, fam. An idiot wrapped in a moron is crazy. An idiot wrapped in a moron is crazy. Don't do him like that, fam.
I'm not going to disrespect you.
You are
disrespect.
I'm saying, right? Look, okay, if stupid is offensive, let me not call you stupid. Okay, you're just a little slow.
Yeah, you should call me stupid.
You're a little slow. You are slow. You're slow in your line. Okay, you're a liar.
You're slow in your line is crazy. You slow and you lying got to be the quote of the year. You're slow and you a liar. They like, I'm still in that. That's hilarious in so many ways. Hey, I need that to be a meme, y'all. Somebody get on the first meme. You're slow and you a liar. So like, come on, that shit hilarious.
I'm not gonna call you out your name. I'm just gonna call you a slow liar. How about that? Is that okay?
Afro, give me your best, because you're not the best. You can't give me no case law.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Legal or reparations. You can't no office holder, anybody on a committee of reparations that's FE.
Well, goodbye. We're done with that. That's enough. That's enough, y'all. That's enough.
So Reggie mad as hell at that whole little situation. That's ultimately what Reggie is mad about. You see what I'm saying? And he gets into a bad where he goes through various different shit. You know what I mean? Where he attacking this guy's conversations. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot with it. So let's get back to the Reggie conversation if y'all ready to get back into it. If y'all ready to get back into it, drop a fire emoji in the chat. Show brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Case law. So give me a second. Let me put on some case law, right? You don't want to see why him and the rest of them can't have a conversation with us? Because we're gonna go to case law. Simple as that. Let's see, bookmark and list. Let's see, bookmark manager. And we're gonna go to mobile bookmarks, and we're gonna go down.
Shout out to the brother Voodoo Child for supporting the channel, man. Hey, y'all throw up and shout out to the brother Voodoo Child for supporting the channel. He typed in and said support the. Oh no, he just shout out to Voodoo Child. Yeah, man. Shout out to Voodoo Child for supporting the channel, man. We appreciate it. Poker Chew, what's going on, family? I got to get you in here, man. Shout out to my brother Poker Chew. Good to see you in the building, family. Always love. Always a good blessing. Good to see you in here.
For the people that's calling me names and calling me slow and calling me all of those type of things.
No, I'm not laughing, Reggie. For real, though. I told him to chill, Reggie. I know that hurt his feelings when he got called slow and a liar, because that shit hit different. He said they calling me slow and things.
Sure. And we're going to go to mobile bookmarks, and we're going to go down. For the people that's calling me names and calling me slow and calling me all of those type of things, that's fine. Just show me your facts. That's just how we do it over here. Okay, so here we go. There it goes. All right. Let's bring it over here. Okay. So if y'all have any semblance of organization, right? If you have any semblance of organization, you FBAs, somebody should have told them, Brother Reggie's on the line. Brother Reggie is on the line, right? Let's see where we at. So somebody older than you should have told you, you're going to embarrass us. You're going to set us up for failure. So it might as well be quiet and give him some courtesy and don't call him names. Because when you call him names, he's action-oriented. He's going to bring your silly comments to Black News 102. So let's just share the screen. Let's read law. Can we read law? Okay, I think this is it. Okay, so here we go.
He's acting effeminate, Reggie. You should see that. The boy is a straight bitch. He's effeminate.
Man, Sonetta, don't be disrespecting them people like that, bro. That's fucked up. You call dude a feminine little bitch. You angry? Angry little African tethers.
I'm not gonna. I want you to do a professional debate. Don't listen. We're not. I'm not. I
know. That's not you, Reggie. That's why I put up the disclaimer.
Yeah, I'm not just. Yeah, but even with your show, I'm not disrespecting anybody. I don't need.
He done disrespected you, man.
Oh, I know. But they all do.
I can't let that nigga do that.
The whole damn, this whole YouTube, right? This whole YouTube. So let's go. Can you put on my screen? Okay. Can you? You don't have to take us off the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a quick side. This is the African American slave descendants litigation. This is in the United States. This should be in a. It should be in a. Let me see the appellate court. So this might not be the one. No, this is Nolan order. So let me just get the right one. So I'm gonna stop.
By the way, all this is over a lot of the shit that's taking place with with Professor Smalls. Shout out to everybody in the building. Drop a fire emoji if y'all can hear me. I want to make sure my audio's on point because it's looking a little crazy over here. All right. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. All right, but yeah, so we're gonna get back into where a lot of this conversation stemmed from and how James Smalls throwing out allegations to get people off of his trail when he possibly could be CIA. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get into the next clip that we got lined up for y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. It's your brother Everything Power. We already know the vibes. Let's go.
On foundational Black American money. Maybe you need to get your own money. Maybe you need to get your own thing. See, we worried about doing us. They always want us to fund them. You're going around the world, you're begging for money, and you need somebody to help you. FBA says, hell to the no, you on your own with that one. And when I tell everybody that there's been a history of this, fam, this is what I'm talking about right here. Family, I want you to look at your screen right now. Your screen is going to present to you the very fact that Africans and Pan-Africanism has always worked with the dominant society. They have a long-gated track record of working with the dominant society, being funded by the dominant society. Fam, we're not going to sit here and play this game that Pan-Africanism has not been the #1 collaborator with white folks. They're not going to try to dump that on these folks. Every time you turn around, somebody's trying to say how Black Americans this, Black Americans that. Well, this Black American is about to expose all the Pan-Africans and let y'all see right here that they have always had that. Federal agents have historically involved in monitoring and infiltrating the Pan-African movement. The Pan-African movement is a movement that the dominant society is always working with and working for. You don't think that they do all that talk and hang out with these people just because. They do all of that, family, because they understand that Black Americans run every goddamn thing. And I want y'all to notice now what they're out here doing, y'all, they're trying to rewrite Africa because foundational Black Americans are putting the real facts on the table about Africa. And we got all the facts now, and they're afraid of it because they understand when foundational Black Americans get to exposing, you the main ones in the front. Look at this right here, family. This is the state of Scam African, James Smalls. And I know some of your listeners is listening. So listen closely. And if I were you, I would take some notes because we putting on a clinic right now, masterclass. Watch this right here, family. This guy starts talking about Africa and how Africa will never be nothing because everything they own goes straight to the dominant society.
Their corporations control the resources. Africa doesn't own their own wealth. It's their wealth, but they don't own it. Western companies own the mines in Africa. They extract the minerals. They set the prices. They ensure that the wealth will never benefit the people whose wealth it truly is. I mean, look at Congo today. Congo produces 70% of the world's cobalt. That's the mineral that powers your smartphone, your laptop, your electric car. Without Congolese minerals, there's no Tesla, there's no Apple, there's no Samsung. Yet the people of Congo remain among the poorest people in the world. Why? Because their wealth is not theirs. It's stolen by Western corporations, by Western companies. The system is kept in place through war. The West doesn't want a stable and independent Congo. That's why they fund proxy wars, why they support rebel groups like M23. They use other African governments like Rwanda and Uganda to do their bidding, to keep Congo weak so that the wealth remains.
Wait. You use other African countries to bring down African countries? Didn't the great Marcel just say that a minute ago? Didn't Marcel just say that they'll use Africans to bring down other Africans? Who the hell's working with the CIA, James Smalls? Could it be the African countries that are always going after other African countries on behalf of those agencies? You must have skipped that. You ain't putting that jacket on FBA. We putting that on Africa. That easy.
Remains available for plunder. Wallahi, this is a grotesque injustice. It's a grotesque injustice that disgraces the whole world. Congo is a bleeding, open, gaping wound on this earth. Understand this. Africa will never be free until Congo is free. No matter how well any individual African country does, the continent as a whole will remain wounded, mortally wounded, so long as Congo is being plundered. Please understand. Their corporations control.
Damn. That's what they want you to spend your foundational Black American money to go to? That's what they want you to unearth your pocketbooks, fam, so you can go over there. Let's not act like we don't know what's going on in Africa. Black Americans know exactly what's going on in Africa, because I'm going to say something that don't nobody want to talk about, and I'm going to keep it 110%, y'all. Foundational Black Americans right now, this is our most interaction with Africa. See, they try to tell us this game. Let me go, boy, we about to cook. There's this lie that they try to make it look like we had all these interactions with Africa in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and 80s. Fam, the average Black American, the above average Black American, did not go to school, work with, or even know an African. Isn't it funny how on the left side, they tell us that we had so much communications with Africa back in the 60s and 70s. And then on the right side, they say, you guys don't know who we are. It was those Sally Struthers commercials that presented a false image of us. Well, wait a minute now. I thought that we were hanging out with y'all. Over here, you told me that we were all friends and connected.
Right. See, he killing them. Shout out to Black Alpha. He really be cooking.
Back in the 60s and 70s.
And he become.
And then on the right side, they say, you guys don't know who we are. It was those Sally Struthers commercials that presented a false image of us. Well, wait a minute now. I thought that we were hanging out with y'all. Over here, you told me that we were all friends and connected, and we hung out every day. Over here, you're telling me that we didn't really know each other. We just saw images of you on TV. If we only seen images of you on television, but yet over here you're hanging out, sound like you're lying. Yeah, because you know what it really is that we never had communication with Africa. Now we're getting our first crash course in who they are. Now is the most dealing, and we're seeing the real thing. Malcolm, Huey Newton, and the people from the 60s and 70s, that was very beginning of these people really communicating. And remember this as well. Malcolm X was a foundational Black American celebrity. They rolled out the red carpet for him. They rolled out the red carpet. Fam, don't let these people show you a foundational Black American icon that goes to Africa and gets treated well. Do you know why they got treated so well in Africa? It's because they were a foundational Black American celebrity. It's the same way that a celebrity can go over there today and they won't get treated the same way that your average brother or sister will. Africans know who brings over money. The same way James Smalls is asking for your money so you can go to that damn Cheetah Lounge that he's putting together with broken goddamn coffee table. That's the same way they saw Malcolm. They didn't see Malcolm as, oh, that's my brother. They saw Malcolm the same way they see us. But they was faking, and they was like, oh, Malcolm, come on over here. Because they were like, what can Malcolm do for me? When they seen Huey Newton and those guys go over there, oh, what can you do for me? When Michael Jackson went over there, what can he do for me? Africans operate with that logic of what you can do for me. So don't let nobody tell you that we were going over there in droves and they was rolling out the red carpet. No, the hell they weren't. Fam, in 2025, if Black Americans are going over there right now and being unalive, what you think was happening in 1975? The same damn thing. If Africans were taking out Africans back then, what do you think Africans are doing right now today? The great
taking out Africans
rapper, the foundational Black American poet, Nas. Nas said it best. Nas said, Africans don't like us no way. A killing happened in Johannesburg yesterday. And when
fact.
The foundational Black American poet, Nas said it best. Nas said, Africans don't like us no way. A killing happened in Johannesburg yesterday. And what he's saying is that they taking each other out over there. What they gonna do over here? We did not hang out with Africans. We didn't go to school with Africans. We did not know Africans. There wasn't some great unity back in the 70s, but yet we turned on them today. Now is the first time we seeing their true colors. And they don't like that, fam. All those tethers are really messing it up. Those tethers is messing it up for all the Africans. Because now we're sitting back and we watching how they really feel about
real kings of
Africa.
Africa.
The fact that we watching it got them shook. Fam, let me tell you another thing they're doing. Now what they're doing is they're trying to rewrite African history. As foundational Black Americans start looking at how African crashed out, Africans escorted the outsider in to Africa. Y'all look at this right here. Now they're sending out these dusty guys. Watch this ashy guy. And he starts saying African kings resisted the slave trade. Fam, they're sending out these people. Dr. Umar posted this the other day. And they're trying to make it look like Africans weren't selling each other out. They were fighting back and resisting. Well, either you're lying or that resistance didn't work. Watch how now they're trying to spin Africa.
Africa were killed and deposed by Europeans. They fought wars. There were over 400 anti-slavery rebellions. Over 400 fought on this continent by our kings on behalf of our people. And it was because of people like Femi Lazarus then that they lost the fight. The betrayers that went to side with the Oyibo so they can become kings.
Then you will put them there to continue their business. When African kings came in contact with slavery, I'll read from the West and the rest of us. I'll tell you about your people. Not let one stupid Europe, but a beer parlor, you learn on the history. How many letters of African kings have you read, Femi Lazarus? Talking about history. How many letters have you read? Have you read a single African king letter? Do you own a letter of an African king before? Have you seen it? I'll read from here. Let me read a letter from a king. When he encountered slavery in his lands, I'll read to you immediately what he wrote back to his counterpart. What he wrote to his counterparts in Portugal that sent the people to his land. Let's go. By 1526, in order to save society, his throne, Afonso determined to stop the trade in slaves. He wrote to John III of Portugal, complaining that Portuguese merchants, now the letter starts, Portuguese merchants daily seize our subjects, sons of the land and sons of our noblemen and vassals and our relatives. They grab them and cause them to be sold. And so great, sir.
And what you do about it? What did they do when they seen the people get sold? Bam, now he's trying to say that the African kings and queens were against slavery. Fam, how in the hell did the European get in Africa? Can we quit acting like the European didn't lock arms and hold hands with the African and walk them right on in? They're only doing this now, fam. Again, where was all this years ago? Don't let these people try to say, oh, no, we resisted. No, you didn't, fam. Don't nobody take over your continent.
Let's just be clear about this whole thing. These people be faking the funk. These guys already admitted, you know what I mean, that they agents. Listen, if you hear them over asking and going in on Africans, and then the next time they saying something else like, "Oh, we love Africans, y'all hating on Africans, protect them with all they might," then what? Bro, we got recordings of Sonetta and other people going in on Africans, just like James Smalls was going in on them in that clip I just played. As a matter of fact, listen to this Pan-African guy who runs the Pan-African channel.
Let me deal with that. That's the problem. All of y'all niggas running around thinking y'all African. Y'all don't know nothing about no fucking African. I'm not no fucking African. Number one. That's Sonetta talking. That's Sonetta. Yeah, this Sonetta talking. I'm not no fucking. None of you niggas know nothing about that. Let me finish talk. Let me finish talk. Yeah, let me say that.
It cut out a little bit. I don't know what that's about.
Claim Africa all you want. Them niggas look at you. I want none of you niggas know nothing about no African. Y'all can claim Africa all you want. Them niggas look at y'all like a piece of shit. So y'all keep on saying we African. What the fuck does that mean? Ain't no such thing as that. I'm African. We was here before.
They treated me just fine. They treated me just fine.
We was here before.
They treated me just fine. They treated me just fine.
We was here before.
They treated me just fine. They treated me just fine.
Let me finish.
They
we
treated me just fine.
Where all your scholars at? All your fucking scholars up there talking this African shit. We was here before Africa. That's a baby fucking language. All right? That shit is baby talk.
Oh, man. So I'm saying, the more you open your mouth, you're not qualified.
God damn. Sonetta. Hold on, wait. Hey, Sonetta, this brother Unc, yo, you my man, yo. For the listening audience, what language is here? What language is here? Hold on, Sonetta. What language are you talking about? Since we not African, then who the fuck are we then, brother?
And y'all not no motherfucking African.
What are we then? Because last time I checked, hold on. Last time I checked, we see people. We see people from Africa. So wherever we at, it's fucking we spread Africa, brother. Are you serious? A damn European to tell you he's a fucking African.
When Seti walked up on the scene in his opening remarks, Seti got up there. See, y'all keep saying the brother was violating. Let me talk, and then you're going to hear the real
Nah. Back on that African shit for a minute.
See,
Motherfuckers, you ain't African, though. Yo, who the fuck are you? We ain't.
Brother, I'm going to deal with that if you let me talk, brother. You keep
but I'm trying to figure out this because you done fucked me up with that one, son.
Get into it. Let me talk.
What's the language? What's the language that predate niggas talking in Africa, though, brother?
When Seti got up there,
that hat tonight.
When Seti got up there with his opening round, all Seti was talking about is this nigga is not qualified to debate me. This nigga can't do nothing. How the fuck Seti won that round? The Hebrew got up there and said, man, you can waste all your time talking about yourself all you want. And he got up there and knocked Seti ass out with the first punch. He was never able to recuperate. He was never able to get back up. So y'all can go ahead and bail out on the punch.
What was the punch, though? We just want to know what the punch was. Since it was that devastating, groundbreaking, what was it, yo?
That shit was
devastating.
Start
that
giving
that
Hebrew
personal
information on Seti? Huh? Go look
Whatever
at
that
the
was,
video.
yo. Wow.
Why do you think you so comfortable in the talk?
Yeah, but you said the rules was no personal shots, yo. You weren't supposed to let that one go, though, bro.
Look at the video, Africans.
All right, okay. So what are you, though? What are you, Sal? What are you, Sal? Hold on, Chris. So what are you then, though? I'm just asking. Besides the energy band, what are you?
You don't speak no African language. You don't eat no African food.
So what?
You don't wear no African
catch you on the street, nigga, no more.
About Africa, man.
Why Sarnetta killing them like that?
Okay. So what are you, though? What are you, Sal? What are you, Sal? Hold on, Chris. So what are you then, though? I'm just asking. Besides the energy band, what are you?
You don't speak no African language. You don't eat no African food.
So what?
You don't wear no African
catch you on the street, nigga, no more.
About Africa, man. I don't know nothing about
so let me, Sarnetta. Hold on for a minute. Come on, Minka. Everybody stop. Minka, come on, yo. So what you trying to tell me is, Sarnetta, so this is what you really trying to tell me. If we in America, right, don't eat African food or wear African clothes, then we no longer African, yo? Is that what you really trying to say?
You motherfuckers, we are our own people now. And as soon as
we
y'all
agree to that.
realize that.
He's literally saying what Tariq Nasheed is saying right now, but now he's going against it. Paid agents. You can spot an agent once you play the recording back. Everything is documented on the internet. All you got to do is run the footage back, analyze the tape. This is an interrogation. Caught you in your lie. You was the agent, sir.
To wear African clothes, then we no longer African, yo? Is that what you really trying to say?
You motherfuckers, we are our own people now. And as soon as
we
y'all
agree to that.
Realize
we agree to that, though, son. Ain't nobody stupid. We agree to that.
The Africans, hold up. The Africans over here don't call their motherfucking self African. So what is you talking about? What is it?
Okay, so hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
You know how big Africa is, bro?
Stop.
It's killing them right now. The Africans in America or in Africa don't even call themselves Africans, what he said.
We agree to that.
The Africans, hold up. The Africans over here don't call their motherfucking self African. So what is you talking about? What is it?
Okay, so hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
You know how big Africa is, bro?
Stop.
Africans don't even call themselves African.
Sarnetta, if you go to if you go to Sarnetta, come on with that shit, man. If you go to any journal, right, of any worth, and type in where the first humans are from, they'll say fucking Africa. Now, we got enough sense in this motherfucking show to know that that ain't the name or the original name, and then it was applied to the whole land mass later on. We got that shit, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is we're the people from that land, right, that gave birth to humankind, nigga. And since we speak English, we use the word African. So for the last 30 years, you would have fucked. Hold on. Nah, nigga, now you made that shit up. No, you made that shit up. Sarnetta, I tell you what. Bring us in, yo. And we'll beat you up on that shit. We'll beat you up on that shit. We're not from no motherfucking planet. Prove it.
The next debate is in Atlanta. Our next debate is in the South, man.
It
we
is.
Ain't going to New York. We ain't going to New York no more. Fuck that.
That dumbass shit, yo. That's dumbass shit.
I think the debate should be done in Harlem. Keep y'all crybaby ass over there. That ain't gonna stop us from doing what the fuck we do.
I think the debates are important, and I think the debate should be done in Harlem. I just think it has to be.
Man, listen, I don't give a fuck with y'all have y'all shit. I'm gonna still continue to do my thing. Y'all ain't doing over here. Stealing? Talk about none of y'all what y'all talking about. Stealing? Well paid. You think I well paid? You feeling yourself?
Hold on, Sarnetta. We're gonna go to next time. Hold on that shit, yo. Hold on, Sarnetta.
Homosexuals and everything too.
Just make a right. I'm talking to you.
Come on, E. Oh yeah.
Hold on.
To watch Colin and everything, he's telling it all.
Come on, Pop. Sarnetta, come on, man.
Now it's gone. You want to talk about the history of it? Get your punk ass out there and fight. That nigga, all y'all niggas talk that shit. He ain't doing shit. He ain't bust the brick. He ain't bust the fuck.
I know you envy. He wants to be steady. Hey, come on, y'all. Everybody, hold on. Everybody.
All y'all niggas that went to Africa, I bet you found your way back.
Let me check. Sarnetta's killing them right now. Sarnetta is literally killing them. Glenn Perry said, did you get the donation? Are you the ancient one? Ancient genius? If you ancient genius, then I shouted you out. Shout out to ancient genius. And Sarnetta serious has a heart attack. Or if your name is Voodoo Child, I got you. They're the only two people that supported the channel. Shout out to everybody that's in the building.
Home, didn't you? You didn't get lost. Like the Africans over here, they get lost over here. If you love it over there, don't get lost in Africa.
Hey, Sarnetta, can you hear, yo? Hey, Sarnetta, can you hear?
You ain't gonna get lost in Africa.
Sarnetta, can you?
Sarnetta, so this is, you could tell they're singing a total different tune right now. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back to this Black Alpha conversation.
If you got billions of Africans and you only dealing with thousands of Europeaners, you should win that in a landslide. The fact that you did not win in a landslide lets me know you did not fight back. Now they're trying to make it look like they FBA. This is what this is. I want everybody to notice this, y'all. The same time we start talking about slave revolts and how Black Americans was whooping tail in the Maroon Swamps in the Seminole Wars, now they want to come and start talking about how Africans fought back. You have never heard any significant Africans fighting back. Onesies and twosies do not count. Mr. Mutombo, who looked like he needs some damn root work deodorant, he's sitting right here and he know he lying. And I don't think he can read, so I think he's making that up.
It carries in that all our elites are the way they are. They are the descendants of Black slavers. They are the spiritual child of white predators, the direct descendants of Black slavers. If an African king has come out, the king is the highest authority in the land. If the king come out and say, we don't want this thing, that means Africans immediately will encounter the slave trade, we abolish the slave trade. First, immediately.
Okay, then how come right now, as we speak, Africans are being sold right now in Libya? Family, the whole damn James Smalls. You ain't talking about this. See, what James Smalls needs to do is talk about how in Libya right now, African slaves are being enslaved by Arabic people. How about, what is it, Maritovia? How about they got an open slave trade? These are open slave trades, y'all. Open right now. James Smalls can talk about it. He could talk about that. How come you want my money so everybody can go to your hyena hotel, okay? But damn your hyena hotel. Talk about Libya and the slave trade going on right now. And by the way, that Libyan slave trade is the same exact slave trade that went on during the Arabic slave trade. Y'all wasn't resisting nobody. You got enslaved by the Arabs. You got enslaved by the Europeaners. You're getting enslaved by the Chinese. And Russia popped up and said, can we get in on it? They know what time it is, fam. These individuals been out here real funny style. And they're trying to make it look like there's a warrior spirit because we made it poppin'. That's foundational Black Americans who got this jumping off, y'all. FBA are the ones who start talking about being certified, standing on business, and holding things down. Now Africans want to pop out and start talking about how they held things down, how they fought back, how they resisted. No, you didn't. Never did, never have. And when I tell everybody that these individuals are out here and they want to talk about CIA and FBI, right? Okay, fam, Africans, Pan-Africans, and Tethers are working with the United States government, the United Nations, and the Fed operations and the alphabet groups. How do y'all know? How many of y'all seen that new feature that came out on Twitter where they're exposing where these people are really from? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that, fam? Well, they have this new feature where you can tell where these accounts are based in, right? And half of these people who've been stirring up all of this anti-foundational Black American hatred, James Smalls, these people are based in Africa. Some of them are based in Haiti. And a lot of them you've seen before. This came out, family, just the other day. And it ain't foundational Black Americans pretending to be somewhere. It's Africans who are out there with their bot accounts, acting like they're Black Americans and trying to throw wrenches in our delineation. This person was called Chocolate Jelly. And this person has a Black American flag, an American flag with a Black American woman on it. Family, they done pulled out the lid. This individual is in Nigeria, y'all. In Nigeria. This is a Nigerian out here. That's their real account, y'all. These people are not us. How about this individual? This person right there is based in South Africa. I told y'all, these are the times where we've had the most communication with Africans, where we're seeing the true colors and how they don't rock with us. This person right here is in Poland, running around here talking about Black American issues. Yep, look at all this. All scammers, y'all. All scammers. What about this person? Talking about the Kendrick Lamar database. This damn person's in Europe. This one of them Black Brits who are always focused on Black Americans, but yet your ass is in Europe and you focus on Kendrick. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Look at this right here. Furthermore, look at all these accounts, y'all. Oh, they done got exposed now. They done pulled that layer back. Everybody's watching it. Look at this person right here in Morocco. All in Black American business. Every time they turn around, Black American this, Black American that. This individual right here with damn 50 Cent in they thing is in Saudi Arabia. These people are scamming us. These people are focused on us. What about this individual? Gold Mouth, Gold Mother with Gold Grill. This person's in Canada. These are Africans, fam. The app is in Canada. Look at this one. Another person. Tupac Unlimited. Fam, look at this. A Tupac Unlimited. And they're in Europe. Account based in Europe. They've had one username change. So they change their names when the block get hot. They're connected to a European app store. Fam, these people ain't us. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Here's another one. This is a W lady in South Africa. Here you go. Oh, there's more. Oh, we in here rocking, y'all. We in here rocking. Let's go furthermore. Look at this person. South Africa, another individual. These people done got pulled out. The scamming can't scam no more. You can thank FDA and delineation for this one. Look at this one. Another guy. This guy act like he a Black American. He in South Africa. I seen his stuff. He be in there talking about, what's up, dog? What's up, yo? Look at this guy. He's I look like a Haitian in Japan. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Show me now how these individuals are rocking with us. Oh, and this guy right here. Oh, I've been seeing this guy. This is the biggest Democratic shield. He been running around for the longest time, talking about Kamala this, Kamala that. This man is in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, y'all. And he was talking all that talking. I'm going to tell you how I get real slippery. Watch this right here, fam. Oh, it's about to go there. I'm about to flip the game. Y'all about to see something crazy. Look who retweeted this guy. Uh-oh. Look who retweeted this guy. Jasmine Crockett. So you mean to tell me that Jasmine Crockett retweeted some random ass Caribbean dude on the internet? Or did this Caribbean guy who's been pretending to be a Black American, did he have a connection with Jasmine Crockett? When you see these Democrats retweeting these posts, these are the scammers who aren't even in America. She posted this trying to make it look like she has Black American support when really this is the Caribbean. Are you surprised that a Democrat retweeted this right here, family? Are you surprised that a Democrat and a tethercrat are on the same page? No, you should not be. And it gets even deeper, fam. That ain't the only one that she's been running around here retweeting. Oh, we got you, Jasmine. The Democrats in the tether. Look at this one. A whole nother guy. Look at this one. This Alex Cole guy. Jasmine Crockett, she retweeted him. Do y'all know when they examine Jasmine Crockett's retweets and reposts, they're like 20 or 30% of the people who've been caught scamming? Look at this. Ivanka Trump. Family, Ivanka Trump. Account based in Nigeria. 11 username changes connected to the Nigerian App Store, which I heard is right next to the Hyena Hotel from James Smalls. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Look at it even further. More and more evidence, concrete evidence of these individuals working with them folk. Look at this one. Bam, I've been wanting to tell y'all this one. Look at this. This person right here, Black Barbies, has the most anti-Black American hatred out there. She's always talking about the black man, the black man. The black woman needs to leave the black man. All that gender divide that tethers do. Look at this account right here, family. It is based in East Asia. This ain't no Black American. And this is the main one kicking all of that gender war. When we sit here and we say that the gender divide is brought to you by tethers, there's your proof. When we sit here and say that the Caribbeans, the Africans are all teamed up with the Democrats, there's your proof. We done showed you Democrats reposting these bot accounts, and now I'm showing you that these anti-Black American family gender war ass tethers are not in America. This person is in East Asia, non-foundational Black American, because they want to make it look like it's words coming from us. No, it ain't. Y'all see why they was calling us bots? Because it's really them. This individual right here is in Mexico. He was running around here talking like he was a Black American. Straight up in Tijuana. You ain't no foundational Black American, partner. How about this one? Native American culture? Oh, no. She was acting like she was one of those indigenous Black folks. She's in Bangladesh. So she ain't one of us because she was kicking that, well, Black Americans, technically, we not the original ones. We kind of like the third, fourth, and the fifth ones. However, if you look at it, we technically can be them. No, you technically are a damn bot account and a tether. Proceed. Even further evidence that these individuals are out here faking the fraud. Look at this guy right here. He's based in Egypt. Another tether pretending to be a foundational Black American. As we go down the line, that's all you see. And then there goes that one right there that was talking all that anti-Black American male stuff. Fam, just like the brick lady. And look at this one, y'all. African Black history. And this person is based in, I think it's Egypt. There you go. These people are not our people. And these people need to leave from being around us. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Do you see why I'm always saying we're always right? Y'all tell me the time where Black Americans have been wrong in this era. We haven't been wrong. Everything that we say is 100%. We 100 out of 100. We said that these people are trying to use projection. Think about that. James Smalls used projection and said that FBA was the CIA. I just showed y'all that he's been working with the United Nations and the State Department. Okay. We just said that all of those gender wars and divides, those people, brick lady, we said all of them were tethers. There you go. You're finding them on the internet, and they're the ones talking all of that anti-Black American talk and that anti-Black American rhetoric. Fam, do not let anybody tell you, a certified foundational Black American, that you are not correct. We've always been right, fam. I'm going to say it. Y'all know I'm bragging as hell.
Now, this is crazy.
Brag up in here tonight. If you don't like bragging, then you need to just not listen, because I'm about to brag. Not only are foundational Black Americans in this generation delineating, separating, regulating, which is extra talented, y'all. We're very effing talented. Excuse my language. I'm gonna slip a couple times. We're just too talented. We calling all this stuff out because we know the game and we're on code. Let me tell you something. Delineation has brought us closer together. Delineation, having self-identification, that made all of us get more in tune with our spiritual elements, the ancestors, and one another. And then when we got closer together, we started to regulate the outsiders because we identified they bring nothing to us. Remember, 100% of your communications with a non-foundational Black American is going to be them trying to hustle you or scam you. Look at all the damn scammers right here, fam. Look at all the scammers. You see it. They've been calling us bots. We've exposed them as bots. They've been calling us CIA. We expose them as CIA. So everything they're doing is just projection, and we giving them rejection, sending that stuff right back at them. So every single thing that they've been trying to tell us, we've been the ones dismissing it, disqualifying it, and shutting it down. Delineation brought us together. Delineation made us stronger. It made us accept our culture, realize our culture, how great it is, how phenomenal. What I told you earlier, y'all, you were never a Pan-African. Pan-Africanism has always been rooted in the dismissal of foundational Black American indigenous culture. They were the ones saying, damn America, I hate America, ain't nothing good with America. We were never on that, y'all. We were never on that. They were the ones talking about, if I could leave this MF, I'm gone. Notice, y'all, James Smalls, Dr. Umar, they're always talking about how bad America is, then leave. Then leave. Let me say this right now. Don't come telling Black Americans, FBA, how we need to leave. Why your ass leave? Why are you trying to recruit FBA to leave America when we built America? We are America. How come the person who hates America so much doesn't just leave by themselves? You do know you can self-deport. You do know you can leave on your own. You don't need us to leave. Why are you trying to recruit 50 million of us to leave America and go back to Africa with you when you could just go back to Africa by yourself? You trying to sell single plane tickets to go to Africa for your hyena hotel, James Smalls. Well, how come you don't take that hyena hotel money, buy you a single ticket, and you go back to Africa and just stay there while you're at it? Because we don't need that energy. You dismiss from foundational Black America. You're dismissed from the lineage. You can't speak on it because when you're speaking on it, you're saying things that are hellified off code. We don't owe you nothing. We don't owe you a damn thing. And you can keep trying to come back and come back and come back with another excuse and another excuse. You have been highlighted as a lineage op. And if the lineage op is upsetting us, then that lineage op is going to have to get their ass booted straight out the building. And that's what we're doing. And another thing that we've been correct about is this right here, y'all. Remember when we told everybody that we were the indigenous foundational Black Americans since James Smalls talking about we all come here? Notice how he tried to spread our indigenous nature around. Y'all look at this right here and enjoy the damn show. Now it's going even further that the genetic legacy of Mississippians, Mississippians. Shout out to Mississippi if you're in the building. Please stand up and be accounted for. This right here goes to show you that foundational Black Americans are the originators. So as we shut down all the scam African lies, we shut down all the bot accounts. Now we coming for you, anybody who thinks that they us. Watch this.
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. Now this is crazy. Now this is crazy. So you think these people don't know who the first Mississippian coach is? Well, I'm about to show you this newspaper article that they tried to hide. And it goes deep in depth on who the first settlers of Mississippi was and the mound builders. Now, here go the whole screenshot, right? Take a screenshot. But I'm about to break this down. Okay, go and take one more screenshot. Now, I'm about to break the article down where you can clearly see how they go in depth on talking about us. Go ahead and take a screenshot, and you can see clearly where they say Negro were amongst the early settlers of the state of Mississippi. And if you look right here where it calls us Indian, Negro, Indians.
Uh-oh.
Now go and take a screenshot, and here go the rest of the article where it defines and explicit in details of the tribes of the territories of Mississippi. You see this? You see this, right? Some are acknowledged heirs. Look at that. The heirs. Who are the heirs? We are the heirs of Mississippi. Did you catch that? Oh, they hate that you got this article. But use it as you will. Use it as you may. All secrets shall be revealed.
Watch out, watch out, watch the hell out. Uh-oh. Is we coming for that? Is they about to bow down to it, family? Uh-huh. Yeah, because what we've been saying a long time, you got to understand, and y'all know I'm always talking about it. We got to protect our indigenous status because what they want to do is take our indigenous status and give it to Africans. That's really what they want to do, right? Because African needs us to be African. You can't be no African if you're indigenous. Remember, they were running around here talking about some indigenous, Black, indigenous, Afro, indigenous, all these things in front of indigenous. No. Just indigenous Black Americans, foundational Black Americans. Y'all see that? I see you, Mississippi, in the building. Yep. Boy, we got Mississippi in here deep. Shout out to Mississippi all damn day long. Fam, when we talk about the mound builders, we talk about that. They don't talk about that. When we start talking about creating this country and all the different dialects and the verbiage, that all comes from us. You don't see $2 Tonto talking about that. And Mr. Mutombo, he damn sure don't talk about it. So I want y'all to notice that Dr. Umar James Smalls, they've also been on this quest to try to get foundational Black Americans to not be indigenous. Boy, indigenous foundational Black Americans pisses them off. Y'all seen how quick James Smalls went over that? James Smalls thought he was slick, didn't he? James Smalls was like, I mean, we're indigenous to the Philippines and everywhere. You go tell that to the trailer park. Don't come talking that to us. But fam, our message is resonating. Remember when I told everybody that now the Siberians and the Asians are calling out $2 Tonto and there's a little war going on between the two of them, a civil war, because they're brothers and sisters? We have delineated to the point, regulated to the point that now the Siberians and all of the Asians are calling out the $2 Tontos and saying, you are our brother. And the Black folks is right. You never thought you'd see the day where now you have Asians who are saying Black Americans are the real indigenous Americans and $2 Tonto is a fraud. We have delineated to the point where they have to accept it now. and I'm going to show you how mad they are. Look at this right here if you don't believe it, y'all. Watch this. This person goes in on $2 Tonto and said, you just mad because you know black folks are the originals. We got them all fessing up.
Me a pretendian? Is it because of the jade? Because that comes from China. You know what else comes from China? You. You want to talk about logic? You want to talk about history? You want to talk about DNA? Explain to me how there's tribes in China with the same or very similar traditions to y'all that are older than you. Better yet, explain to me why you are a spit image of my little sister, who is also from China.
Oh, this wouldn't happen if you weren't delineating. If you weren't delineating, they'd still be saying Pocahontas is the originator, and we all got here 1619. Fam, this right here, even this shows you the remnants, the residue, the influctuation of our delineation process. You see delineation all in this, fam, because this didn't happen before delineation. She sat there and said, Pocahontas, you look just like my cousin and my sister, and they both from Asia.
Explain to me why you are a spitting image of my little sister, who is also from China. Y'all make it too easy. Actually, there's a reason they changed it from Native American to Indigenous, because Native implies that you're Aboriginal and you're not. Indigenous just means you were there before colonialism. That much is true. Well, modern day colonialism. But what we're discovering from many people with receipts is that y'all were categorized as Native Americans. Black people were reclassified from Native Americans because they're the real natives. Woo! And changed to African American. From Native Americans because they're the real natives. Because they're the real natives. And changed to African American when there is historical documents, there's birth certificates, there's literal migration papers, proof that people are coming up with in the comments on these videos that you make these stupid comments on, proving that they were there before y'all. Not all black people come from Africa, but all races do come from black. Please refute and address the documents that they are putting literally in my comments. Y'all don't want to do that. Instead, you want to come here and make me look stupid because you're racist. That's also why.
Damn. Boy, they out here feuding and fighting and fussing, all because of delineation. Fam, do we have Asians telling $2 Tontos that black Americans are the indigenous people when the story was that $2 Tonto came across the Bering Straits and he's not Asian? Did we just upset the apple cart and make everything hit a 180? You goddamn right we did. Fam, and that's just the very beginning. That's just a small part. If that's what's happening now, what you think is going to happen next? And I always tell people, it be the brothers and sisters who are out here with their expertise telling y'all. Notice that this individual cited everybody putting them comments in the chat because everybody been in her chat saying, oh no, look at these documents. Fam, woo, them documents is cold. Look at them documents that brothers and sisters is putting out. Brothers and sisters is putting out the reclassification, when it.
Come on now, Black Alpha in here cooking. Drop a fire emoji. Black Alpha be cooking. Black Alpha do be cooking.
Happened, the day it occurred, who did it, who are the original mound builders. Tonto ain't got none of that. Only thing Tonto got is a picture of Britney Spears on their wall and a damn feather that they put in their hat. Foundational Black Americans got thousands of years of history. I think we won that one. And you know we won that one when your people are coming out and your people are saying, yep, them black folks is right. Fam, when somebody saying black people are right, you know their ass is scared. And that's exactly what it is. So when James Smalls runs around here and says, we were all indigenous. No. We are indigenous. Fam, make them flip that W and turn that to an M, because me. And that's the idea that you have to have, fam. Anything outside of our FBA circle don't matter. Me and my ancestors, me and my family, me and my certified 100 brothers, sisters holding it down. That's the only thing that matters. And apparently, we the only ones winning, because before anybody else showed up, we were the only ones here. And speaking of that, fam, let me tell you another thing that FBA's never been on as we weave through subjects. How many of y'all remember when we were kids and they was always trying to dump Kwanzaa on us? Y'all remember that, fam? Y'all remember Kwanzaa? Y'all remember that stuff, fam? And they was like, oh, black folks in Kwanzaa. Oh, y'all love Kwanzaa now. Kwanzaa's a black American thing. No, the hell it wasn't. And to go further and tell y'all about how the CIA has always been working with the dominant society, we about to go there right now. We about to go all the way there. Because family, the US movement, which is started by a guy named whatever the hell, Karinga, these people been working with the dominant society to go against the Black Panthers. Fam, a lot of the brothers and sisters in the Black Panther Party, Black Americans, were unalived by the US movement. The US movement were runners for the feds. James Smalls ain't talking about this because if he did, he'd have to bring up the fact that Karinga and the US movement are Pan-African centrists, but they don't want to do that because that's going to highlight the fact that they are all ops. Family, FBA certifies in the civil rights era. That was a time frame where we became very, very codified around lineage. This is really the second. I'm going to go there, fam. Follow me now. This is the second Renaissance that we've had. Really the first one with the Harlem Renaissance. And then you could say the civil rights era. But I kind of put those two together. But if you want to say two or you want to say three, that's fine. Back in the civil rights era, there was a Black empowerment awakening. Black is beautiful. Black power. Free human. All of those things. People are going to say that Stokely Carmichael came up with Black power. He got all that stuff from America, y'all. That's all FBA talk. People start having the pros and all that. Every time you see an uptick or an uprising in foundational Black American self-identification, self-pride, and a self-lineage-based renaissance, they always follow that with Pan-Africanism. They always follow that with a Pan-African hustle. All the time, y'all. Every time you see an uptick or an elevate in foundational Black American renaissance, self-empowerment, the dominant society working with Pan-Africans, they always try to put some African on it. That's what happened after the civil rights era. After the civil rights era, when we were really standing on lineage business, this is what me and Marcel were talking about earlier. When we were standing on lineage business back in the 1960s and 70s, in the early 80s, they said, no. There's too much pride in these Black Americans loving being a Black American. Somebody get Jesse Jackson on the phone and let's make them African Americans. Do you think it's a coincidence that African American term that we rejected came immediately following the civil rights era? You think it's a coincidence? Do you think it's a coincidence in the middle of the civil rights era where the Black Panther Party for self-defense was completely rooted in foundational Black American culture? I'm talking Oakland, California. It don't get more Black American than that. And out of nowhere, the dominant society pops up with what? They pop up with the US movement, which are runners, and they were pushing Kwanzaa on us. This right here is what I'm talking about, and it's what's happening to us right now today. They're doing the same exact thing, family. They're trying to use Pan-Africanism to come on top of our lineage base. It doesn't matter. It could be 3025. When Black Americans get very rooted in Black American culture and lineage, they will always follow that up by Africanization, Africanizing, and they'll always use their African, scam African ops in the process. They'll always use their scam African ops in the process. Look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. Karinga. This individual right here is completely a CIA and an FBI asset, okay? He was running around out of nowhere and just popped up in California. Shout out to California, because brothers and sisters in Cali never rock with this dude. He's a straight up informant. Brothers and sisters in California never like this dude. You don't ever hear nothing. I don't talk to my brothers and sisters in Cali. They be like, nah, it's known this dude is a Fed. Look at that. All that Kwanzaa stuff, y'all, what's this about? What's this about? We didn't celebrate no Kwanzaa. Do y'all remember when they was doing this? Look at that right there. How many of y'all remember when they was always trying to cartoon Kwanzaa? And they was making it in little cartoons and they were trying to reach the kids. This is what I'm talking about. Every time we've been centrist in Black American nationality, they try to insert Africanism on us.
Hey, shout out to the homie Glenn, man. Shout out to the homie Glenn Perry for supporting the channel, man. Being one of the few people that supports the channel today, man. We appreciate all the love and support. Shout out to all the Aborigines, FBAs, truth searchers and researchers in the building. Make sure y'all drop a fire emoji if y'all still tapped in with the tap in. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show.
Africanization and reclassification of African names, dates, false histories, misnomers is always a weaponized tactic that they use against us. Remember this interesting facts cartoon on Kwanzaa? What? And they got this dude like he's some god. Why can't it just be Kwanzaa? Why this guy? The dominant society was trying to undercut the Black Panther Party, y'all. They were trying to undercut the Black empowerment movement by using this stuff right here. We never celebrated Kwanzaa. I remember they would talk about Kwanzaa, and I'd be like, man, I don't give a F about no goddamn Kwanzaa. They'd be like, don't you black folks like Kwanzaa? Look at little kids. Look at that, y'all. You see that, little kids? Children's Academy. Read that right there. Children's Academy. They were trying to target the babies. This is why foundational Black Americans won't let James Smalls and Dr. Umar target our babies. You got to protect the kids, y'all. Don't let them Africanize our children. We're not going for it. Look at this one. The dark side of Kwanzaa founder can't extinguish the holiday's beacon. What? Look at this article, y'all. Look how lopsided and leaning this article is. The dark side of Kwanzaa's founder. It can't extinguish the holiday. What? That's basically them saying, oh, we know he's an op, but we got to continue to push this. Kwanzaa came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. There was this thing where people thought we've been celebrating this for years and the 9, 10, 12 principles. I didn't know no black folks that were celebrating no damn Kwanzaa. I'm just keeping it real. We did not celebrate no damn Kwanzaa where I'm from. Hell no. Hell no, did not happen. But if you look even further, the evidence and the receipts of these individuals clearly being indoctrinating assets to the dominant society, these are main components that allow these people to try to misplace us and put an African spin on us. That's a new picture, by the way, fam. Okay, and look at this, y'all. Do you know why you know that this stuff is all working with the dominant society? How many presidents did you see that always celebrated Kwanzaa? Even when I was a little boy, it was always odd to me that my white teachers would always talk about Kwanzaa. The president would always talk about Kwanzaa. Isn't it funny that the Democrats embrace Africanization more than they embrace foundational Black Americans? The African culture, the Democrats will throw on a dashiki, they'll put on some kente cloth, but they'll tell us I can't even have some soul food. Y'all notice this? Look at this. Jill Biden. They said they represent Kwanzaa and they wished us all a happy Kwanzaa. What? This is very odd. When do they celebrate anything Black, y'all, other than this? Remember when Kamala Harris came out with her husband? Hello, everyone, and happy Kwanzaa. What? Nobody celebrates this. Nobody, not even Tethers don't even do this. Tethers don't celebrate this stuff because Tethers want to come over here and be with jolly old St. Nick. And George W. Bush with a message of observance for Kwanzaa. Really? Really? This is how deep they will go with the Africanization, y'all. George W. Bush and Joe Biden on some Kwanzaa talk? Nah, bruh. Nah. Miss me with this one. I ain't going for it. I ain't buying it. Never at all, y'all. And then how about even further where they're pushing all of this Kwanzaa onto Black Americans? President Obama sends best wishes for Kwanzaa. Why are these politicians so hell-bent on pushing Kwanzaa on us? Because they want to undercut foundational Black American indigenous culture. That's why. It is all a play and a hustle that they always follow up every time we get on Certified Business. And when you're talking about them, oh, they was doing some real foul stuff. And not only were they working with the dominant society, they were also out there unaliving Black Americans. Yes, the hell they were. Family, look at your screen right here. I want y'all to look at Bunchy Carter and John Huggins. John Huggins was the, I want to say husband, may have been boyfriend of Erica Huggins, the famous Black Panther Party female. I love Erica Huggins. Y'all remember hearing this story right here? How many of y'all remember this? 2 Black Panthers slain in UCLA Hall. The US movement, their members unalived these 2 Black Panthers. And I heard that the weapons were provided to them from the FBI. Oh, we're not going to play them games. They want to start talking about CIAs and FBI. Oh, we're going to go down the line and we're going to start exposing how they had nothing but FBI and CIA around this Kwanzaa and this US movement. I know exactly what type of time they on. We're going to play the game. We're going to play the goddamn game. Bunchy Carter family, for a lot of people who don't know, Bunchy Carter would have went down like a Bobby Seale or Fred Hampton or Hugh. He was a thorough brother. I'm telling you right now, he was known. He was about to be the future. And they unalived him. You think it's a coincidence that they took out the future? Fam, it wasn't a W who did this. They sent in these Kwanzaa US movement FBI runners to do this. You see what I'm talking about, family? Oh, we ain't done. Look at this right here, family. How about hardcore evidence? The founders, all right? Karinga and Hakeem Jamal, founding date, 1965, following the assassination of Malcolm X and the Watts riots. Watch this. Their philosophy is U.S. advocacy for cultural naturalism, as stressed the need for African Americans to reclaim and root themselves in African culture and traditions, primarily Kwanzaa. The legacy of Kwanzaa, the most enduring legacy of the Kwanzaa creation of the African American and Pan-African holiday. What? Kwanzaa, which was invented by Karinga. He just made it up. He just made it up, fam. Kwanzaa is nothing to do with Africa. Kwanzaa, they literally just woke up and said, let's make a fake African holiday so we can Africanize Black Americans. I used to think that this was something Africans did. Africans don't get in on no goddamn Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is something they just made up. They just made it up. They made up a holiday to Africanize you, family. This is what it is. So don't let these people like James Smalls talk about the CIA and the FBI when you got a history right here that the dominant society was working. You think it's a coincidence all them presidents celebrate this? Rivalry with the Black Panther Party. The US organization was a significant rival to the Black Panther Party in California during the late 60s. The groups holding differing ideologies. Notice, y'all, what are the differing ideologies? The Black Panther Party for self-defense was all about foundational Black American empowerment, and it was about feeding foundational Black American children, AKA it was FBA rooted. The US organization pops up out of nowhere, and they start talking about rooting yourself in Africa, and they gave them a holiday, and all the damn presidents celebrated. But yet they don't celebrate the Black Panthers. It's funny that presidents in America today will celebrate Kwanzaa, but they won't celebrate the fact that they stole the food program from foundational Black Americans. FBI's COINTELPRO, which I call what? COINTELPRO. The FBI under J. Edgar Hoover used COINTELPRO to disrupt, misdirect, and discredit or otherwise neutralize Black nationalist groups. Fam, don't that sound exactly like what you see Pan-Africans doing today? Don't that sound the same exact thing?
Man, shout out to Black Alpha. I left the link to this in the description box. We're going to continue to let my brother cook, though.
That they use tactics to disrupt, misdirect, neutralize foundational Black American. That's a hell of a lot like that right there. Uh-oh. Sounds alike, fam. Let's proceed to give them what they need. When you see people popping up and they start talking about Africa in the middle of delineation, then you know somebody getting that damn bag. And it's them, COINTELPRO. And you see it, we all watch it. They were working with the FBI. Watch this, fam, talking about manufacturing conflict. Yes, because they were working for them. And what about this? The allegations of direct collaboration and informants. There are strong allegations that Karinga and other members of the US organization were either unwillingly manipulated tools or, in some cases, knowingly provided support by law enforcement. Police support claims. A former informant with the Los Angeles Police Department, the LAPD, Criminal Conspiracy Section, Louis Trackword, claimed in his memoir, The Glass House Tapes, that Karinga was knowingly provided financial, arms, and other support by the LAPD for operations against the Black Panthers. I rest my damn case. And there are hundreds or more of allegations that have been confirmed. This is the same thing happening now. These people were getting arms, the same exact arms that out of nowhere unalived Bunchy Carter and our great brother, John Huggins. It ain't a stop. It's only going. Watch even further, fam. They got the whole situation and it was all laid out. They were getting operators to give this to them. Remember, these people are all working in conjunction with the dominant society. Check this out. Historian claims some scholars and former activists have argued that the police sided with Karinga's group during the conflict, suggesting he was a police spy or conflict manager whose role was to draw radicals away from the Black Panther Party revolutionary politics. Then you got to ask yourself, what were these radicals And what was the revolutionary politics? The revolutionary politics was a Black American-centered ideology and a Black American-centered movement. That's what they deem revolutionary. They don't deem no damn Black Americans teaming up with Pan-Africans as some great feat. They don't deem Black Americans connecting with the motherland as some type of problem. They view Black Americans getting together with Black Americans as a revolutionary action. Then they go and get the Pan-African to try to stifle it. The same way James Smalls and Dr. Umar sound like they working with the damn FBI. It's the same exact way Karinga and his group were working with the LAPD, a police spy. It wasn't unwillingly, it was knowingly, and they loved every moment of it. Fam, these people cannot, will not stop us because the receipt game is just that powerful. So there's been a long track record and a long history of these individuals doing all of this to us. This is why I want my brothers and sisters to know. Ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range. Ain't nothing changed but the slang. This is the same exact thing that brothers and sisters were dealing with back then. They're using all of this because every single time we have a Black American-centered movement based on delineation, these individuals always send somebody in to Africanize us, to undo what we're doing right now. That's what they're up to. And they don't like the fact that we've been calling that out. Fam, I'm telling you right now, this is what's going on. Ain't no coincidence that we ain't out here using the terms FBI and CIA. They bring that stuff up because they the ones working with them. Remember, the person always hurtling all of those FBI and CIA stuff at us, them be the main ones working with the FBI and the CIA family. Straight up. Y'all know all the stuff that we catch and all the things that people say about us. That's all because they're afraid the same way they were afraid of the Black Panther Party back then. This is COINTELPRO Pro, y'all. COINTELPRO. Because they understand, get some money. Fam, they already asking for our money anyway. They want our donations. We're not giving it to them. So next thing they do is say, well, you know, how about we just go team up with the dominant society? That'd be a better thing for us to do. Let's just go team up with the dominant society. We can get us some biscuits and some brownie points. And eventually that money that belongs to FBA, they feel that they can get it. So that's the difference between all of these games and everything that they've been out here playing. Fam, it ain't nothing that has came just about. These are things that have been going down, things that have been going on. It's just now that we got the opportunity to expose it and we're all moving collectively as one. So that collective unit that we have is what's shutting all of that down in the process, right? So understand, we have made so many gains based on delineation because delineation has brought us closer and delineation is just getting stronger by the moment. Now, let me take this another step further, fam, as we break all of that down. The main component is you being you. That's the beautiful thing about it, fam, is you just be you. You'll shut it all down. There's nothing to add to it. There's nothing that people will take further other than foundational Black Americans being our exceptional self, and then all of these other outsiders come in. And let me say this as well about Black Panther Party, fam. The Black Panther Party, when they were doing this, I'm telling you, I cannot find it. It was in a book. There's a picture out there when they had a Free Huey speech. It was a Free Huey rally, right? And Bobby Seale was there, Eldridge Cleaver was there, Kathleen Cleaver was there, and out of nowhere, this Karinga guy shows up with the US movement, right? And this was all about Free Huey. And out of nowhere, he shows up. There's a photo out there with the great Bobby Seale, certified salute, Bobby Seale. Bobby Seale is in the background while Karinga's there, and Bobby's looking at him like he's mugging him. And it had the same way we got when we looking at a hairline, or we looking at a goddamn 4 head, a 15 head, a 22 head, a 3 million head. Whenever the forehead's that big and we looking like, what the hell is that? That's the look that Bobby Seale was giving. Because Bobby knew that they were working with the feds. Bobby knew this stuff. And I'm going to find that picture. And you see Karinga and all them wearing dashikis because this was a Free Huey rally. It was a bunch of foundational Black Americans. Look at the difference, y'all. Look at the difference. The Black Panther Party wore leather coats, afros. We done pulled out the pick the other day. They was putting it in their hair. They was clean, looking like Black Americans, right? The US movement were wearing kente cloths, wearing dashikis, and had a hell of a lot of tethers involved. You feel where I'm coming from? There was a complete different thing going on there. So they just show up wearing these damn kente cloths, and Bobby Seale was mugging dude. But Bobby's not even in the picture. Bobby's in the back where people are talking to him. But everywhere we went, they went. So you see right now, these people want to show up where you are, and you reject them and send them home. And speaking of rejecting people and sending them home, all of these individuals are getting sent home. And a lot of them are getting sent home before they even get to America. Remember when they was trying to come over here, have a little baby, and be good to go? Now, family, these people are being stopped in airports and getting told your ass got to go back to your homeland. Your ass cannot come to America. Delineation has disrupted these people on every front. Yo, operatives ain't working. Yo, Kwanzas ain't working. Yo, tethers, yo, scam Africans, yo, hyena hotels ain't working. Dr. Umar's invisible schools not working. Remember this, y'all. Delineation ain't just us cracking on these folks. Delineation is us ruining everything they got going, because everything they had going was because of us. Fam, look at this right here. This shows you another thing that you don't see James Smalls talking about this, but we're going to talk about this. Did you see the video of the pregnant lady who tried to go to the airport and they turned her ass around and sent her back because she was trying to come over here with an anchor baby? Did y'all see that? Well, if you haven't, enjoy.
She's in an advanced stage of pregnancy. It's quite common for pregnant ladies to travel overseas so that they can have the baby in whichever country to automatically get that passport. What's your final destination today?
No, today.
Today?
Today in London.
Okay.
But I'm going to US tomorrow.
You're going to the US tomorrow, okay. When you went for your American visa, did you tell the visa officer that you were pregnant? You did. Is there any reason why you didn't tell the visa officer that you're pregnant? It didn't come up. It didn't come up. Okay, what I'm going to do is...
The woman is only 7 weeks away from giving birth, yet has decided to visit her sister in America, claiming she will return 3 weeks before her due
It
date.
says that you're free to travel. Babies born in the UK don't automatically qualify for a British passport, but babies born in the US do automatically qualify for an American passport. So it's quite common for pregnant ladies to travel overseas so that they can have the baby in whichever country to automatically get a passport.
The woman is in breach of the airline's policy, but as she has a valid US visa, Sarah must now contact the US Embassy.
Hi, it's Sarah. I'm at the airport at the moment. I just wondered if you could give a call to the American Embassy so that they can check an American visa for me. She's at the airport today, and she's in an advanced stage of pregnancy. So if you can just give them a call and find out if they're happy with that, and if so, then we can let her travel.
It's minutes before the flight leaves, but whether or not the pregnant woman will be on board is up to the US Embassy.
Right, okay. Okay, all right, I'll do that then. Okay, thanks so much. All right, thank you, bye-bye. Okay, that was the American Embassy, and they want to speak to her today.
The flight will be leaving without the pregnant woman.
No, please don't beg me. She's in an advanced stage of pregnancy.
The flight will be leaving without the pregnant woman. Gosh damn. Ain't that funny? She said, I'm coming to America. I'll be there. Apparently you won't. Apparently they don't need you. Apparently, goodbye. Family, y'all see what I'm talking about? You see what we be saying with these people? They really think that they're going to come over here and scam America. It don't work that way. They said, take her, send her ass back home, get the hell out of Dodge. I'm sorry, that's funny. But again, I thought Professor, or whatever the hell he is, because there's a lot of confusion. I thought James Small said that Black Americans were going over there. There's 60,000 of us with job applications. It looked like her ass better get a job application there because she's staying. You see what I'm talking about? Boy, they sent her home. She thought she was going back to America. She's like, my friends are there, my cousins are there. Can I come? No, the hell you can't. And family, that's not the only one that's going on over there. Because, we like to talk about the things that they don't want to talk about. Scam Africans, y'all don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because I like to be about it. Fam, did you see the African woman who got deported from Maryland and she went back to Africa and they literally were dragging her up the street? Tell me y'all seen that video. Please tell me y'all seen that video, fam. It's a African woman. Fam, when we be watching these deportation videos, and matter of fact, whoa. Didn't I just say earlier that them Africans that they was running from are still over there waiting for them? Fam, there's a video where this African woman who got deported here. So when we be seeing Mr. Mutombo crying and we be seeing Mrs. Jolov crying, they know they about to go over there and get wrecked. Fam, you seen it. Okay, check this out. This for the fam. Fam, watch this right here. This African lady was over here. She got deported, went over to Ghana and got her ASS whooped. Watch this.
Is his best friend. Muhammad Ghali's mom is his best friend. The two bought this home together in Bowie, Maryland, and he's now worried she won't return after being deported earlier this month.
When I felt defeated, felt like I failed my mom.
You felt like you failed her?
I felt like I failed her just because I'm really, do anything for my mom.
He says his mom, Rabiatu Kuyate, came to Maryland 30 years ago fleeing Sierra Leone's civil war. Muhammad was born here in the U.S. and says his grandparents joined them here and became citizens. Kuyate never became a citizen, but was a nurse with a work permit and was required to check in with ICE every year. But things quickly changed during her July check-in.
And they called her to the back, they said, yeah, Rabiati, you have an order of removal. So, yeah, we're detaining you. I mean, my heart just broke.
Did you think that you would see your mother again when they took her that day?
Yes, I was optimistic. I was hoping I'd be able to, see what we could do, or at least that day.
But he would not see her face to face again. After several days, she was moved to an ICE facility in Louisiana, where she was held for months, according to her attorney.
Honestly, I don't think anyone expected her to be detained just because nothing had changed with her circumstances.
Immigration attorney Hannah Bridges represents Kouyaté and says while she was held in Louisiana this past September, a judge granted an order saying she could not be sent back to Sierra Leone, where she says her client had been tortured. Bridges says the U.S. immediately began exploring other countries to send her to, which she also tried to fight in court with requests for hearings.
Those requests went unacknowledged.
Are you concerned that her civil rights were violated during this process?
Absolutely.
How so?
She should have been given notice and an opportunity to seek protection from removal to a third country. And the government had multiple opportunities to do this.
Bridges says earlier this month, Kouyaté was flown from the U.S. to Ghana, a country she's never been to before.
Hi, Mom.
Muhammad called his mother in Africa while we were with him. She said her wrists and ankles are swollen from being shackled for the 10-hour flight. She said some others had it even worse.
There was another guy on the floor. That guy, they turned him from the head down to the feet. They said, if you don't cooperate with us, that's how we're going to tie you.
Kouyaté told the I-Team she and other deportees were sent to a hotel in Ghana. She says she was there for 6 days before this happened. A bus arrived to take her to Sierra Leone, even though an American judge ordered she could not be sent there. Her attorney says she was ultimately sent there anyway, although she resisted.
That's when they dragged me. So they bumped the back of my head.
The I-Team obtained multiple videos of the dragging that were sent to her family. Kouyaté believes the people in the green uniforms worked for Ghana's government. These are pictures of some of the injuries.
Wait. Did they say that the damn government did it? Did they say the government whooped on her? Oh, man, and is this the same Ghana that James Smalls wants us to go to? Why they always want us to go to a dangerous place? They be like, I know there was 15 stabbings yesterday. They threw someone off of the roof, but I've got a nice cheetah hotel. You can stay over here in the cheetah lounge. No, hell no. She done got whooped on. Boy, they broke her ankles. Her eye was red. They done snatched her up, scratches, scars on her neck. No, you can have that, Ghana.
Ordered she could not be sent there. Her attorney says she was ultimately sent there anyway, although she resisted.
That's when they dragged me. So they bumped the back of my head.
The I-Team obtained multiple videos of the dragging that were sent to her family. Kouyaté believes the people in the green uniforms worked for Ghana's government. These are pictures of some of the injuries she says she sustained after the dragging. The video went viral overseas, and several media outlets in West Africa reported that the Sierra Leone High Commission, which is like its embassy in Ghana, said it's aware of the incident and will investigate. We asked the Ministry of the Interior for Ghana about this. They acknowledged our email, but didn't answer questions. We received no response from Sierra Leone officials.
I consider America my home. It's like I built relationships there.
Kouyaté says she's safe for now in an undisclosed location in Sierra Leone, as her family sits in the home she owns in Bowie, wondering what her future holds and if she will ever come back again. Do you feel like the U.S. government has failed your mom?
Yes, 100%.
We reached out to Maryland's ICE for comment several days ago. They asked that we share our videos of the dragging, which we did. They still have not responded to our questions about the case. In September, the U.S. Department of Justice argued in a federal court that it had no power to control how another country treats deportees. It said that Ghana had pledged to the U.S. it wouldn't send the deportees back to their home countries. The United Nations Human Rights Office has called on Ghana to stop deporting people from the U.S. to their home countries if U.S. courts have said it's dangerous for them to return. And with Kouyaté, she was the primary caregiver for both of her parents, her mom and dad. They thought, the whole family thought, when she got on that plane that was headed to Ghana, that she was going to be released and coming home. So everyone involved in this was confused and shocked and just wondering what can be done at this point.
And at this point, is there...
Let me tell you who's not confused and who's not shocked and who knew this stuff was going to go on. Foundational Black Americans did. Nah, I ain't going to no damn Ghana, bruh. Nah, you can have that. That's what Ghana hit before. You can have that all damn day, please. Fam, you ever notice that they always be on some, we didn't know yet. We couldn't figure it out. We ain't sure what was happening. Ain't that always the case with them, y'all? They always act like they don't know. How come we always know more about Africa than Africans? Africans still ain't got it together. They're like, well, it could have been what it wasn't. But if it was, who knows? Fam, we knew that was going on. But hey, it is what it is. But I want y'all to remember, they're trying to tell us that we got to go to those places. Fam, remember this. Scam Africanism is always setting up foundational Black Americans for the okie doke. It's always setting us up to harm us. Remember that story that we just did a few months ago about the foundational Black American lady who had kindness in her heart, and she went over there. I want to say it was Ghana, might have been Nigeria, and they unalived her for no reason. They don't tell you those stories though, fam. And you sit back and watch the way they treat each other. Never, ever accept or listen to somebody who's trying to tell you to do something that they don't even do for themselves. They don't even do for themselves, fam. They don't like each other. They can't stand each other. They damn sure ain't gonna like you. I won't let them Kwanzaa up our babies. I'm gonna tell you that today. As long as Black Alpha rocking, I'll never let them put Kwanzaa, Africanization, or Africanized foundational Black American culture or foundational Black American kids. So they start going up in the land. Fam, you gotta understand, they always try to exploit us. Remember, delineation also shut down their exploitation of foundational Black Americans. All that you don't know who you are and you confused, all that was a mechanism to try to get us to go to their packets. Tell us we don't know who we are. And then when we don't know who we are, you come in and say, well, you're really an African. And then say, since you're an African, here's a Wakanda package. So you can go to my hyena hotel and you're good to go. You can go to a monkey motel and you'll be good to go. We ain't with none of that. We understand who we are. So therefore, we don't fall for the game. Man, they don't love each other. Look at this. Look at this African dude right here. This guy right here. He starts crying because he said he went to where? Ghana. And he says when he left, they ruined his store and took everything from him. This is another African saying this about Africans.
Who travel, the reason why when people travel, they close all their businesses back home. Interpol has taken all my phones from my shop. All my phones. When I returned to Ghana, and all the monies I made in America from the 11 months that I stayed here, I returned everything back into the shop. I bought phones. I bought new, used, everything. He has opened the safe and taken everything from my shop and ran away. This is why when people grow up to somewhere and they become some entrepreneurs, they are wicked. And then they treat their employees very terribly because people have given them bad history. People I work with, I treat them like they are royalty. But look at how some of them pay you back. Everything. I only left Ghana for a year. All my 2 businesses are gone.
They done took that man businesses. He ain't even been gone. Crying and whining. Shout out to the sister Tamara for supporting the channel, and shout out to Big Dog Philly OG for also supporting the channel. I appreciate the few people that have supported the channel this Grand Rising. Hey man, hey, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. I'm not gonna play the entire video because he cooks for about 4.5, 5 hours, man. He cooks on his live stream. This is gonna be the end of today's live stream, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. This was the Wake and Bake Show with your brother Aboriginal Power, and we out of here.
Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turret just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.